The Common Man and T-Bone you're about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah. Also, the fact that our career is now just boiled down to podcast duo.
Podcast duo, baby. Well, that's who we are. We fully transitioned into podcast partners, you and I. Podcast duo.
Ooh, hello.
There you go. Thank you.
Hello. Oh, the podcast duo.
Featuring Panama Ted.
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall.
I love a good, thin meat.
And a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore. Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. No Common Man today. Tyvis Powell is in. Hello, Tyvis.
Hello. How you doing today?
Dude, I am glad you're here.
I've been eager all weekend. Once Timmy called me or texted me and said, hey, can you do Man and Bone? I said, absolutely I can. I cancel my plans.
Which I don't know if people know, but you did have plans. Your plans were to have positive diarrhea. I don't know if you're aware of this term. It's something we've talked about on the show. That is where you have a good clean out. That is nice.
You know, that's funny you mentioned that because I think that's what happened to me this morning, actually.
Did you have a
the thing is, so, you know what, this is, we're family.
Let's just walk right into this. That's fine.
We family. I'm not ashamed to tell you. I've gained some weight. I've gained some weight.
Tyvis, I know. I listen, I hear you. I validate your experience.
See, this is the thing. All right.
Me sitting here next to you is just going to say, all right, tell me about your struggles with weight. I'm going to listen.
You and Common Man, since you guys have come into my life, you've really changed my outlook because y'all are like, you know what? You need to just eat and be happy, right? See, the problem is, like, I tried that this weekend. Like, you know what? I'm not even going to think about calories. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. I'm going to drink some sodas.
Oh.
I'm going to drink some lemonade.
Okay.
I'm going to eat McDonald's, all that. By the way, the Angel Reese burger is actually pretty good.
You know why? It's basically the Michael Jordan burger from back when we were kids. Do you remember this?
No.
Yeah, they had a Michael Jordan burger that had barbecue sauce and bacon on it.
Quarter pounder with barbecue sauce
and bacon.
Yes, it's delicious.
It's wonderful.
I had it Saturday. It was delicious.
Yes,
I ate every bite.
Wonderful.
But anyways, that led to I was teetering about 248. Okay. I stepped on that scale last night.
Tyvis, don't do this to yourself.
I stepped on that scale. It said, before I went to bed last night, it said 256 pounds.
Okay.
That's an edge rusher. That's what I have gone from the secondary. I've skipped linebacker, and my hand is in the dirt. That's a problem.
All the positions are fluid now. It's all hybrid. Everybody's a hybrid everything. You could play safety to, outside rush. Who cares, right? What's the big deal?
So I say all that to say, I got up this morning and motivated. I went and worked out.
Okay.
I did a nice ran around the track. It was a leg day, so I got some leg presses in. Like I was at the Woody, like that type of thing.
All right.
And after I got done, it really rumbled the stomach. It got things
That's
going.
A good workout.
It got things going. And I emptied the whole weekend out in the toilet.
Okay. Good. And then, did you get on the scale afterwards?
Yeah, I was like 252.
See? This is what I'm talking about. This is why you can't get hung up on the numbers. Now, you can over time, if you want to keep a spreadsheet like once a week and go do that, that's fine.
Well, I don't.
But don't go date. Don't do that don't do that after you've had all the food and then Sunday night wander in and no way. That's the worst time to measure.
T-Bone,
worst time to measure.
I wanted to see how bad it could get.
Okay.
You know? So I say all that to say, America, I'm not having fun anymore. I'm back to salads and factor meals and all those things. I gotta lock in, man. I got to get to 225 before December 31st. I have to be 225. It's the goal.
Okay, well that's good to have goals. Here's my goal: not die. So I'm right now succeeding. Every day I wake up, Tyvis, I have achieved the goal again. So I'm good. That's it's not my yikes, but today is a yikes Monday. So we will have those for you.
That's what I said when I seen that scale. Yikes.
That's right. The segment that's not a segment. The weight that's not a weight. Yikes. All right. So we've got plenty to get to. We will talk some Buckeye basketball. We will talk plenty about Ohio State football. Combine starts this week. All the above. But we will start off with over the weekend in the Arena District. Had a nice couple victories for the pro teams in town. Jackets and Crew both, in a way, Jackets kind of restarted their season from the break.
Yep.
Crew just started their season, but the Jackets won 5-1 over Chicago. And after the game, all the players were more or less saying, like, yeah, it was fine. We didn't play well. We could have played better. And it's like, well, you beat the brakes off them, so that's great.
Well,
I'll take a 5-1 win where you didn't play well.
It's the Blackhawks, though. So.
They're bad. Yeah. They are bad.
Like what you did was you took care of a bad team, you know, but you hold yourself to a high standard because you're chasing that last wild card spot. So you're looking at it from a difference like, is this the way we played? Is that good enough to beat the Red Wings?
Sure.
Like I think that's where and that's good. They should have those standards for themselves to where the past couple of years at this point we like lose so y'all can get that first pick. That's where everybody was.
It is something to come back from. I know this is the All-Star break. The Four Nations Cup was essentially their All-Star break, but to come back from that saying, all right, here's what they need to do to make the playoffs, and not be saying that doing math that would make you have a headache where you're like, well, if every team lost 10 games in a row and then they won 10, we're still mathematically not eliminated.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they're right there.
Isn't it great to have that hope, though?
It feels awesome.
You know what? As a Blue Jacket fan, as a Browns fan, you know, just the optimism that you have. You know, you can look at something and be like, if we just win them all, win them all from here on out, we got a chance.
Well, this is a big week, right? So tomorrow night at the Arena, Jackets hosting the Stars, one of the best teams in the league. So that'll be here on the Fan, and that's a very, monumental, big, important game, all that stuff. Then they play the Red Wings. Away in Detroit, and then play them at home for the Stadium Series. So
you going?
I'm not going to the Stadium Series. We are going tomorrow night to the Stars game. That is going to be
You're
a
not
fun
going to see the first time they play in Ohio Stadium. It's a historic moment.
I know. Well,
I'm going to be there.
I took my wife to the home opener for the Crew, and after that, she was like, "No more cold games for a while." And I said, "I understand. That's fine."
They won.
Crew did win 4-2, big victory for them. They debuted their Goosebumps shirts, the Goosebumps books.
Me and Eric talked about that for Fast Sports Saturday.
Did you ever read Goosebumps as a kid?
That's all I read. That was
really?
That was like the only books that I could read. Like all the other stuff didn't interest me, but those.
See, I read one of those and thought, this is of the devil, and threw it away and burned it. Because I was like, it's scary and evil.
Well,
I can't read it.
You know, maybe Common Man's right about me. Maybe it is. I'm too positive. Maybe it is something deep in there. That's a little.
That's right. Could be that there's just something lurking, waiting for you later. But they did a great job with all that. Crew played well.
Did you get a shirt?
I didn't get the shirt. They had hats. They had the beanies.
You got the hat.
I got the free thing, Tyvis. I didn't spend any money because I have spent so much money over the years and then promptly grown out of all those clothes. Because I'm still growing. Not height-wise, but the other way. So I've determined
my story didn't just inspire you.
My goal is to get back because I kept walking around as I'm at the game. I'm like, I have that shirt. I can't wear it. I have that shirt. I can't wear it. I got that shirt, and I was like, I got to lose some damn weight so I can have a wardrobe again. I'm wearing like the same sweatshirt all the time. That's all I got.
That's when you know the weight is a problem.
Yeah,
you have to buy new clothes.
Oh, I live in denial.
No.
See, I live in denial and say I'm tomorrow. I'll get it sorted, and then I can wear all those clothes in a few weeks, and then that turns into like 6 months later. I'm like, all right, it's time to buy some big boy clothes, and then by that point, yeah. It's just too long. I should have just eaten the salads and lost the weight.
Look, give up the bread for a week.
Give up the bread. By the way, I think Bread Financial is now a partner of the Crew, and I was walking around because they announced that the other day, and I said, every time I hear it, I will never hear it as bread. I would just hear Tyvis saying bread the way you say it.
Bread.
Bread. 2 syllables. Bread. I love it.
If you want to lose some weight, give up bread.
Yes,
try it. I tell you what,
lose your sanity
try
too.
Try it for 1 week. If I'm wrong, call me tool of the week every year.
The problem is I will go back to the bread in a week and I will get it right back.
It takes 21 days, 27 days to.
There will never. I couldn't.
You got to do it. You got to take it one day at a time.
What is pizza? Pizza is bread.
That's my point.
I can never give up. I can't give up pizza.
Bread, cheese, and sauce.
This not the right one. That's what we need for you forever.
You did it right the first.
No, we didn't. That's actually a yikes. All right. Men's basketball, speaking of, had a rough couple over the last few days. We'll talk about that next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You can expect some slowdown due to an accident that's on Morse Road, east of Westerville Road. And we also have a crash that's causing delay on northbound 23 at Frank Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers Union. They're more than just hard hats and tools. They're the backbone of Ohio's infrastructure, constructing vital projects that shape your communities, from iconic bridges spanning rivers to underground tunnels. They build connections that stand the test of time. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Right now, select varieties are buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once with over 50 feet of video wall and more than 30 TVs. Endless chances to win big. Show off your jump shot in our King of the Court drawings or create your perfect bracket for a shot at Penn Cash. Enjoy food and bucket specials all tournament long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table now at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Maybe your furnace isn't running so well. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater, or maybe it's just a leaky sink. Let my team take care of you the same way they take care of all my championship buddies. Check us out at CarpenterColumbus.com.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Wait, Leslie, what is that dude doing over there at that window?
Well, that dude is Chase, and Chase is making that window look perfect. We're sticklers on detail, Wilson, both in our showroom and definitely in people's homes.
Chase, be careful. May have spilled some coffee over there just a bit ago.
Oh, he knows. He seems to work a lot more when you're around, Wilson. Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Nonstop flights from Columbus to Fort Lauderdale, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 4/24/2025 for travel between 3/13/2025 and 8/17/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with savings with new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items like pineapples, avocados, navel oranges, and lettuce at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
The Jackets hit the road for a battle with the Red Wings. Live fan coverage starts Thursday at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, The Fan. Ohio sports destination.
Black history is American history. In this Black History Month, the Ohio Education Association is celebrating the many Black Ohioans who have shaped our past and who are paving the way for a brighter future for all of us. I'm OEA President Scott Demaro, and as a high school social studies teacher, I've seen how important it is for our students to receive a full and honest education so they can become better critical thinkers. Join the Ohio Education Association in standing up for our students' freedom to learn.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Imagine all the things you dream of under one roof. You're thinking of eBay. Fashion, collectibles, car parts, it's all there. Go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Good morning and a good Monday to you. Today we're going to be looking at partly sunny skies with a high around 52. A chance of rain tonight, low 36. Clouds on Tuesday morning, but the sunshine comes out by Tuesday afternoon with a high around 52. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter. Chubby time. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
No Common Man today. I keep wanting to say Timmy Hall is in because usually Timmy just books himself on this show because he's in charge of the schedule.
Timmy has big boy duties tonight.
I know. And we love having Timmy on, but Tyvis Powell is in today. And I got to say, I mean, it is an honor to work with you, Tyvis, because Timmy does not have any national championships to his name. He has never played in the NFL.
He could have. Well, he could have. Timmy probably could have been a really good basketball player.
No, he couldn't. He wanted to be.
He would be like.
If he could have been, he would have been.
He would be like a coach's son because he's very fundamental.
Oh, you mean like nepotism? Yes. That would be a way he could have played. I agree with you. Yes, Tyvis, he would have been great if his dad.
He needed LeBron to be his dad. That's all.
Right. Yeah, sure. That I agree with you. That's accurate. No, Timmy's great. I love Timmy, and he loves basketball. I'm just saying, if he was destined for it, he would have done it. There's nothing that would have stopped him.
I would love to play a pickup game with Tim.
He can run. He's good.
That's what they say. I would love to see it
because he's got a nice shot.
When you look at Tim, like Tim doesn't look like that. Like if I played Tim in one-on-one, I feel like I would just blow right past him.
That's true. I didn't mean that.
They say that's not the case.
If it was 5-on-5, I meant he could
yes, but I'm saying like in a game of one-on-one, I feel like I could take Tim. I feel like he would stand no chance.
To be clear, I am the Rick Majerus of this situation. I am talking about a bunch of like guys who can play. I am not in that spot. I'm just saying.
You still play basketball though? You still shoot around, right?
When I try not to blow on my knees, but yeah, I mean, I do like to shoot. I'm trying to give myself a jump shot this year. That's my present to myself. Is I'm going to shoot until I can get a jump shot. I'm going to give that to myself.
You got to spread your fingers, and then you got to dip the cookie, take the cookie out the jar. Look,
You know, what my coach used to tell me was you're shooting out of a phone booth, which again makes no sense to anybody in like the modern.
Your elbow tucked in. Coach, dip that cookie in the milk.
Coach Keith Hurt, Liberty Christian Academy, shooting out of a phone booth. That's what I was doing. But at the time, I knew exactly what he meant. But now I try to teach my kids how to play. And I'm like, out of a phone booth.
They don't even know what a phone booth is.
It's like I said, why don't you shoot it out of a stagecoach? Use your phonograph.
Do kids today know what a phone booth is?
Why would they? They're not. I bet Superman's not even in a phone booth.
I wonder if
Superman's going to run into a T-Mobile and just change clothes in the new movie. That's what he's doing.
Do they not do pay phones? Is that still not a thing?
Tyvis.
When the last time you seen a payphone?
Teddy, Tyvis, are you?
I'm curious because I remember.
When's the last time you saw a payphone?
I remember being a kid and not having no money, and you dial down the center.
Absolutely,
to get the free call. So I remember those.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're telling me there's not one payphone in Columbus?
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm saying I don't know where it is. I have not seen one in a very long time. And I would notice
a roll of quarters in the car.
I am the king of with my kids pointing out things that they do not care about, and that would absolutely qualify. If I saw a payphone, I would say, guys,
it's gotta
see this over here? This you can put a quarter in and call someone. They would say, Dad, we have cell phones. We don't care about that. So if they exist, if you know of one, please let us know. Tyvis and I will go reminisce.
I got to check the chat on that one.
1-800-COLLECT? Did you ever use that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They used to have it on the commercials.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
Down the center.
Uh-huh. The 1-800 Remember the
what is it? Call collect.
The guy,
CAATT. What is
something?
I can't remember what the
how collect is.
Yeah, something. Whatever. I don't remember what it was.
My favorite was
down the center.
There was a commercial for you youngins because what would happen is you would dial the phone and it would say you have a collect call from so and so, and then you had to say yes, I will pay for this call for them.
No, you got to say the message so they don't pay for it.
That was the commercial. There was a commercial where a guy said first name.
I'm at Giant Eagle. Come get me. Click. That's how you had to send the message.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, the Buckeyes, they need to make a phone call to someone who can help them out with shooting the basketball right now because men's basketball team lost 69-61 to UCLA. Mick Cronin and his team, Mick Cronin reminds me of like a demon man. Like as when he would wear the all black at UC, that's what I think of is just like Damien from The Omen, just like he's getting ready to light somebody on fire. But now at UCLA, he doesn't wear that suit anymore. Yeah. So I can't see it.
He's cleaned up his image.
He has.
You know
but he's still angry. He's always mad.
You know what the sick thing is? I was watching that game. It's like 3 minutes. It's like 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. And they down by like 6 or 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
And I am still optimistic. This is sad that this is where I'm at. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, it was right when Devin Royal went to the free throw line. I was saying to myself, you know what? He hit these free throws. They come down, get a stop, hit a bucket. Oh, we right there.
This is why.
And it just never happened. It never happened.
Among many reasons, this is why you were a successful athlete because you would say, I still see the pathway and I can still
I don't want to let it go.
And me, the cynical SOB sports fan, is sitting here going, they're going to hit a dagger three, which they did a few minutes. They hit that three, put them up 9.
Yep, that was
and
it.
I'm like, well, we should have fouled, and I'm mad that we didn't foul, even though if we would have fouled and they would have lost, I'd have been mad about that. So I'm being very fair that I didn't have a good plan. I just knew that I was mad about how it went.
It's unfortunate because when you got guys that's hurt and banged up, and then you got, Aaron Bradshaw, although I know a lot of people aren't fans of him, when he's out of the lineup, like, the one person that has to have a unbelievable game is Bruce. Like, he got to go for 30 to even give him a chance at some stuff like this. Micah Parrish was on a heater, and he's cooled off. But the problem is John Mobley Jr. and Devin Royal both, I don't think has got double digits in the game in like 3 games.
And they're
since the Washington game, I think they haven't had a good game.
They played a good – I mean, the team played a good game against Michigan. Just lost it. Yeah. But that was a tough one to lose, but that was at least a good performance. And they had that abysmal Northwestern game that makes no sense. This is my issue with the Buckeye basketball team offense, is that I don't know what the identity is, Tyvis, if like Bruce isn't going for 30 or someone else, to be fair, like Devin Royal has gone, pretty close.
Michael Parrish had the same thing.
Right. But if someone's not going for 30, that's still not enough, but at least that keeps you in the game.
It gives you a chance.
Right. Or if the team is shooting like over 40% as a team from three-point land, 35%, something like that, then they have a chance. But on the nights where they shoot like regular college basketball teams shoot three-pointers, and when they don't have someone go and play in hero ball, what is the definable offense that this team has? I just don't see it.
Well, I mean, when you're not shooting well, that's when, typically the average college team dump it down to their big man, and he gets down there, get a drop step, maybe hit you with an up and under, or just get the thing and go up aggressively, get the foul, go to the line.
Yeah,
we don't have that.
Nope.
Nope. So we have to shoot well.
Yes, exactly.
If we don't shoot well, it's because we're never going to win the rebound thing. We're never going to win on the offensive glass. All of those things is not going to happen. So you have to make your one shot that you get. It has to be the best shot.
And this is where
you got to make it.
My questions abound about the coaching abilities of Jake Diebler in the sense of this. Offensively, this team, when it was Chris Holtmann, Jake Diebler was in charge of the offense, and it largely looked like this, where it was like you had one look off the play, and then everybody had to work really hard to get a 3 if that didn't work, or make some shot on their own, like Bruce going into the lane, something like that. That's what I see now. And what I would like to see is more open, like getting yourself more open. And UCLA is a great defensive team. I'm not trying to just put it all on that, but Northwestern is not a great defensive team, and they couldn't do anything in that game.
Are you hitting the panic button?
No, I'm not hitting. I'm saying these are the questions I have had for a year, which is I need to see an offense from this Holtman regime, and that's what we still have with Jake Diebler as part of the Holtman regime. So I got to see proof that there's a new idea on offense, and maybe it's just the current pieces and parts don't really fit. But
you know, the crazy thing is, I thought, Jake Diebler, he came in here when he first got the job and before the season started, and he always talked about how we're going to push the ball, we're going to run. Everywhere I've been, we've run, and push the ball. And I watch him, and and to be fair to Jake Diebler on that, I do feel like some of the guys you have here are a lot more slow it down, like Bruce Thornton is a guy who has the ability to get in the lane and control that play and do that kind of thing, which I do like. I think that's good. But if you want to run and Bruce Thornton is your primary guy that you're looking to on offense, that kind of is like a piece that doesn't fit. So, yeah, that's not Bruce Thornton's fault. That's who he is. But this is, if we're going to do that on offense. You got to adapt to what you have. You got to adapt your game plan to your personnel.
There is a tournament the Buckeyes could be going to, because right now, bracketology is saying, well, bracketology is not out, but all the other, Jerry Palm has them out, all these places have them out. There is a tournament they could go to that's not the NIT and it's not the CBI. It's a new thing. I'll tell you about it in 2 minutes. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking 2 left lanes on southbound 71 on the north side at 5th Avenue. And watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the east side after Alum Creek Drive. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's D. Miller. Guys, let's talk about getting back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program. I learned about the personalized treatment at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book an appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
The Open Season Sportsman's Expo, presented by Progressive and Can-Am, March 14 to 16, heads to the Ohio Expo Center. Tickets on OpenSeasonSportsman'sExpo.com. Buy early and save. Be sure to check out Tacticam and Toyota Tundra, official cell cam and truck of the Expo.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Are you looking for a new ride? And do you want the best experience and service in the city? Yes? Good. Go see my guys at Jermaine Lexus. The all-new 2025 TX is back in stock and arriving daily. Plus, they've got great 42-month leases for the 2025 NX350 all-wheel drive. It started $399 a month. I have been a Jermaine customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please do stop in. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations, Dublin, Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
Newman Roofing has been in business for over 30 years, so they know a thing or two about your roofing, gutter, and siding needs, and will ensure every detail is covered from start to finish. So call Newman Roofing today, the company built around family, at 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Oh, there's anger. Man and Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company right here on The Fan. No Common Man today. Tyvis Powell is in. It is a Yikes Monday segment that's not a segment. We'll do that at 4:30.
You know, I want to know, why is it that you and Common Man have nicknames, but I'm Tyvis Powell? Like, why can't I be something else?
Well, one, Mike is in charge of the nicknames. Because when I came here,
I don't want one from him. I don't know, because he's outrageous.
Oh, is that right?
He's outrageous.
Says the man who's been most of his career named after a meat product now for the last 13 years of my life. Yeah,
I'm scared. I'm scared to even know what he will come up with. So,
I mean, we came up with Panama. We still call you Ted for the most part, but he became Panama Ted when he lied to us about working in Panama.
Yeah, and Mike, dubbed me Panama Ted. So.
Right. So that's where that comes from.
Common Man did that.
Tim Hall doesn't have a nickname. He's just Timmy. Timmy Hall.
Timmy.
You know what? Tim's actual nickname when he first came here.
They said y'all called him Dream
Job.
Yeah,
yes,
so like
because your guy, Mike Hall, who you work with at Big Ten Network, was the original winner of the show Dream Job on ESPN, where they had guys try out to be like a SportsCenter anchor. And so when he heard the last name Hall, he just goes, oh, Tim Hall, Mike Hall, Dream Job. And that's what for like a week, he was calling him, oh, yeah, Dream Job's coming in or whatever. And then no one ever has called him that since. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, is my point. So you never know. You may get one that works, you may get one that doesn't.
Well, it's too late now.
No, it's not. It's never too late.
They say once you start, like you have to have that before you.
No, we can work it
get
in.
on
It's
the
fine.
air.
I think we could go with Tyvis starts with a T, call you T-Bone. And then I can give you that. You can be T-Bone, and then I will go get a new one.
Dude, they got the T-shirts printed and everything. It's too late. It's too late.
Actually, yeah, that's good. You can just take over for me. That'd be fun. You can just be Man and Bone with Ty. Now it's Tyvis, a.k.a. T-Bone. That's right. Perfect. So I was talking about a tournament the Buckeye basketball team, men's team could go to. By the way, women's basketball team, it should be noted, beat Purdue by like 1 million points last night.
Did.
And I was talking to Matty A about it. Like that is, I'm just telling you, I watched this Purdue basketball team bad. Like that is one of the worst basketball teams I've ever seen. That's awful.
I was mad that the women lost to Indiana.
I was frustrated by that too. That was it was a frustrating. They lost that game the same night that OSU lost. The men's team lost to Northwestern at home. It
was just a bad night.
It was awful. It was all around bad. But they rebounded and got that big win over Purdue, so that's nice. But now the men's team, if they don't make the NCAA tournament, they could get an invite from the NIT, clearly. They could also get an invite from the College Basketball Crown, which I think I remember talking about this when it first got announced, but I had totally forgotten about it till last week. This is a tournament going on in Vegas. It starts basically the week in between the Sweet 16 or the the Elite 8 and the Final Four. Basically, like that week is when it will start, and then it kind of wraps up around the same time that the NCAA tournament does. It's all these teams that didn't get.
Is it 16 teams too?
Yeah, it's 16 teams, and it's only the Big 10, the Big 12, and Big East. Yeah. Yes, so all the bigs. But then there's 2 auto bids from each conference, and I guess if you get pulled into that, you can't opt out. That's you have to go thing.
You're required to go is what they said.
But this one is the one where they're going to, I think everybody on the team is going to get some kind of NIL. So there's that aspect of it.
Oh,
yes.
There's money involved.
There's money involved. Yes, for the players. Yes.
Oh, that changes everything.
Because, see, that's what my initial thought was. How are they going to convince players? Because the portal will be open by this time. The portal for men's basketball opens on March 22nd.
Yeah.
First game of this is Monday, March 31st. So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how they would make that happen, but the answer is there's some financial incentive for you to stay at least through this tournament and go play.
I wonder, how long is the port open?
I think till like at least the end of April. Like April. Oh, it's like 30 days.
Yeah,
they cut it down from 45 to 30.
Yeah, you could do it. How much? I need to know how much money is involved.
I don't know the exact numbers.
We're talking 20, 30,000.
This tournament is made for Fox.
This is serious. I would tell her, listen, I don't know what y'all got going on. I don't know if this could be y'all last year of basketball. Y'all have to graduate. I need that 30 bands.
They've got partners here. They've got Vivid Seats.
Now these kids today, kids today is rich, T-Bone. They driving Benzes and all pickup, all kind of stuff. It's ridiculous.
See Carson Beck, who former Georgia quarterback, transferred down to Miami.
He can afford to get his car stolen, and he'd be fine.
2 of them.
Fine.
The Mercedes and the Lamborghini that got broken into.
They might look at $30,000 and be like, that ain't enough.
Well, true enough, right.
Me, back when I was banging, as Common Man would say, hey, listen, you better get out the way. Give me the ball. I'm turning into Mike today. If y'all don't want to play, give me the ball and get out the way.
Well, this is a tournament made by Fox. It's all on FS1 and Fox. So the final is Sunday, April 6th. So they know what they're doing. This will all be in LA. I did look at tickets just to see what they cost for the opening round. It's like $15 to sit courtside. I mean, it's nothing.
Like feet on the wood?
Oh, I don't know about feet. It was to sit lower bowl. Lower bowl was like $15.
I don't care. I would definitely go and put my best shoes on.
Listen, I'm trying to turn this frown upside down because Buckeye basketball right now is not where we want to be. And here's the one optimistic take I will give you on Buckeye basketball.
Okay.
What happened last year when Jake Diebler took over as interim head coach? What did he do?
They beat Purdue.
And then what? They went on a run.
They went on a run, yeah.
And around this time of year where you need to go on a run if you can go on a run in March, that's a good thing.
They have 3 winnable games left.
Well, they got to win those. But what I'm saying is, let's say they do find a way in the Big Ten tournament to put together like 3 wins or something. That might get them over the hump, right? That would be pretty big. Additionally, that would, I think, bode well for the future. If Jake Diebler can show every year that he can get a team to go on like a 6 to 7 game run at the end of the season.
Was it last year where we came up with a game out of the Big Ten?
We were trying to sneak into the whole thing, right? Almost made it to the big dance and all that stuff.
We lost to Purdue, right? I think we lost to Purdue.
I think that's right. I think that's right.
Yeah.
But the point, that's why Jake Diebler got the job. If he can show it late in seasons, yes, he can put together a streak. I would prefer not to do that in the season where you already have like 13 losses, but let him get his recruits in and do a little bit better job in that regard so you don't start off with this needed at the end. What if you have that big 6 to 8 game run in the Big Ten tourney and the regular tourney? That would be pretty good is what I'm trying to say.
I think that we have to give him a fair shake of, you're right, let him get his guys in there. And they got a hit on the portal. Obviously, the 3 big fish that they got out of the portal, one of them isn't playing. The other one's hurt. And the other one, he get rebounds. That's about it. So, like, they're not what you expected them to be. Plus, they were young. Anyway, not Michi, but the other 2 are young players that came from blue blood programs, but they didn't play at those blue blood programs. And maybe we're finding out why they didn't play. But it's up to you to develop them. And, obviously it's hard to do that in 1 year. You got to some people are gifted. Cooper Flagg's gifted. He comes in. Listen, he comes in and first year, and it was unbelievable. Everybody ain't Cooper Flagg, and we got to just change our minds on, like, that's an exception. That's not what it is anymore. He's an exception.
That is real.
And we got to be patient.
Fair.
You got to be patient.
But it is tough at Ohio State when you know that. I mean, I know they always, every 5 minutes, I have to hear stories now about Ohio State doesn't have enough money for this and Ohio State doesn't have enough money for that. And I think if Ohio State doesn't have enough money for it, who does? Like, from the alumni base and from everything else, I know we spend a lot of money on the football program, but so did all these other schools too. And I guess Oregon has Phil Knight. I got that. Yeah. SMU has like the billionaire.
They got oil money down there.
There's billionaires up here too, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, it's not. I'm just saying it's not like I'm not saying it's as many as maybe other schools, but they exist, and let's not all pretend like Ohio State is a charity case here when it comes to the basketball program. Like, you can build this thing up and make it good. There has to be a focus from the athletic department to say we're going to go out and we're going to make a commitment in NIL and all that.
You felt that's what they did when they got Michi, Sean Stewart, and Aaron Bradshaw. I mean, those were 3 good. Those were 3 great gets.
Yeah, on paper. But
on paper,
but no one expected that. And
I did. I thought, listen, when they kept talking about Sean Stewart, I kept saying, "Oh yeah, we about to throw it off the glass, dunks. It's about to be that." And yeah, we haven't gotten there yet.
No,
yeah,
we haven't. By the way, Zane tweeted us and said, "I vote that we call Tyvis Charmin as his nickname." So I don't know if you want that nickname. Charmin, is that one that you want or no?
Well, what is Zane and what is he insinuating?
Well, he spelled Charmin almost like Richard Sherman, but with an A instead of an E in there. So Charmin with an SH. So I don't know if he was combining like your friendship with Richard Sherman with the toilet paper Charmin.
We're not friends. We are ex-teammates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're ex-teammates. I actually owe him a phone call today. Actually, that's funny that y'all bring him up.
That's right. Don't you owe him one every day? I think you talk to him a decent amount.
No, you got he's one of those guys that you got to every now and again. You can't really deal with him all the time. You got every now and again.
Yeah, I know. I work with a guy like that. 3 to 6 every day. I know what you're talking about. Also, George said there's a payphone at Tommy's Diner on West Broad Street, which Tommy's a legendary spot. I didn't know that.
Wait a minute. Like on campus, Tommy?
No, not that. That's Tommy's Pizza. Yes, the Tommy's Pizza place Tommy's Diner is over on West Broad. It's not far from the station over here, but it's I'm about to go legendary spot over there.
Put a quarter in it and make a phone call.
There you go. So thank you, George, for that. All right, we'll come back. Something could happen in the sports world that will destroy me as a Browns fan if this happens. I hope it doesn't, but I'll tell you about that next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You can expect some delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 71 on the north side at Hudson Street. And we also have an accident reported on northbound US 23 at Frank Road that's causing delay. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Save a good deal more at Meijer during the 7 for $7 sale going on now. Pay just $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more on participating items, like Meijer frozen vegetables, Bush's beans, Red Gold canned tomatoes, Meijer facial tissue, and Powerade sports drink. Getting more for your money with the Meijer 7 for 7 sale. Now that's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Bone, did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus has over 30 TVs, 2 massive video walls? They even have recliners, a full-service bar and restaurant, a betting counter, and over 30 kiosks?
I did know that, but I also know that you can reserve a table right now at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook and guarantee your spot and get some game day swag while you do it. Just visit hollywoodcolumbus.com/casino/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Hey folks, Austin Ward here, thinking I did something spectacular dropping 50 pounds, but then Steve pops in and dropped a whopping 150 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss.
I got started because I was sick and tired of just being sick and tired all the time. Wanted more from life, and I knew that at my size, I wasn't being who I could be, who I want to be for not only myself, but for my wife. And I was like, something has got to change, and it's got to start soon. I mean, the program is so easy. Everything is really written down for you on your first day. Having someone there to help you and also keep you accountable, just having that someone to talk to, and even the fact that Awaken 180 offers free maintenance for life is amazing, because our lives change on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and sometimes you need help figuring it out, because keeping the weight off is a lifetime commitment.
A lifetime commitment is what you'll receive with Awaken 180. More than 50 pounds to lose like I did, or over 100 pounds like Steve, Awaken 180 can get you there and keep you there. Free support for life online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Do your good-looking shoes hurt and you don't want to wear ugly shoes? At the Good Feet store, we can help you wear your heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh, no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here. Let's talk about getting you back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. You need to know your T level, so get tested. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be your answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book the appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Tyvis Powell is in today. Common Man will be back tomorrow. Tyvis, in the office, you did something that almost blew my mind, which was you doing an impression of Common Man, doing an impression of you with your laugh. And it almost
exactly how you sound.
And I just thought
what the funny part is that me doing that and sounding like him makes it correct that him doing that of me is correct.
Right. No, you definitely have a distinctive laugh. I don't know that he always captures it, but yes, you do have a very distinctive.
You think my laugh is loud? I remember in the song it says his laugh is loud.
Yeah.
You think my laugh is loud?
I mean, it's. How do people laugh quietly?
That's what I want to know.
No,
see, I mean, my wife listened to the song and she said that she 100% agrees with everything that's in the song.
Well,
and it says it was actually great for her because she said it confirms all the things that she thinks about me.
Okay,
and she's glad that other people see it as well.
What I know, Tyvis, is that like Teddy and I were both sitting in our office, and you came in and I didn't realize you would come in. And I guess you went up to see, like, I don't know if it was Baker who was up here in some of the studios or someone that you came to see. And all we heard was we could hear your laughter from inside a studio all the way down the hall. And we said, oh, Tyvis is here. Okay.
I was talking to AR and Matty Ice because Matty Ice was talking about how he wouldn't pay for memorabilia. And I said, baloney. If I told you that I was going to sell my interception ball from the team up north game, you pay for that. He said, oh, 1,000%. Okay.
See?
He said, I was talking about the credential. I said, I agree with you. I'm not paying nothing for nobody's credential.
Yeah, that's Woj.
Yeah, Woj.
Yeah, he who long time
$750 for an NBA credential.
I gotta pull that story.
They lost their mind.
Well, yeah, so long time, NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski, he now works for the same Bonaventure. He's like their
general manager. Right?
Yeah, right. He's in charge of trying to get NIL for them and all that. So he's selling off not only his credentials. The fun thing I liked was he's selling off the phones. He has multiple phones that he said he used to break like big NBA news. Like he has the iPhone that was used to break the Paul George Kawhi Leonard trade. The iPhone used to break the NBA suspending their season trade. Yes.
I have an issue with this. Do it have the text and all that on it?
Let's see. It doesn't, you know what?
They said that because AR was trying to tell me that they like wiped them out. Like they factory reset the phone. So you just getting the phone, but not like have the messages and all. Well, what the heck?
Yeah,
what am I do with that?
It seems
I can sell you my phone right now and tell you that that's that phone.
Well, yeah, you could be like, this is the phone that I was using when I was, texting with people about this thing that happened in my life that's pretty important or big deal.
Correct.
Because you're famous enough that could be a thing.
I'm not famous.
No, I don't know if you're not as famous as him. I agree with you.
I'm not famous, period.
No, you are. You won a national championship at Ohio State. There's people that would absolutely care about that.
You know how I'm known in this town?
How are you known?
The radio guy.
Well, join the club. It's fine. It's a good place to be. I'm just saying, if there's nothing else, it's a good place to be. But if that isn't how you're known, you're also known as the guy who won a national championship at Ohio State and played in the NFL for many years.
First of all, that's nice that you.
No, stop. It's real. It is
nice
real
to say the many years. It was a cup of tea. And it was a great cup of tea though. It was.
A cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Not a cup of coffee.
No, a cup of tea.
Okay. Tavis doesn't do coffee. All right. On the Woj phone, you can get it autographed and inscribed by Woj. So that's
he gonna write on the phone.
Yeah, because it's not gonna work. He's got it. I'm sure this thing is like you don't get the battery.
I want that.
I'm sure he's not giving you the battery, and I'm sure he's had it wiped because
I want to see the messages. I want to see how you got that information.
I don't know how to answer this because, to your point,
if I'm at $750,
if you buy like a home run bat, like Hank Aaron, there's a bat that he hit like a famous home run with.
Okay,
that bat is all of it. It's just a piece of wood, but it is all fully capable of hitting another home run if it was in the right hands and the right pitch and all that stuff. It's complete, to your point.
Yes.
If you get a phone from Adrian Wojnarowski who says, this is the one I used to break the NBA's thing, it's not complete because if you've wiped it or taken the battery out of it, it's not functioning in the way that it did then.
Yeah.
It's a much more technical device.
What am I going to do with that? Like,
this is a good point. You know what?
$750. I can't even make a call. You
know what? I agree. Man. Let's sue him. Adrian Wojnarowski sucks. Let's sue him and tell him that this is wrong.
He just lost his mind. Listen. If somebody gonna go out there and pay for that, by all means, you can't control that. But I'm just saying, if I'm paying $750, I want to see the text thread of everything.
Tell you what, there's lots of phones I want to see the text thread on. Now, if they were if this is open where celebrities are putting stuff out there, I want so many text messages. I want so many phones up for bidding because there's lots of stuff out there.
What if you could bid on one phone? If you could bid on one current celebrity phone, which one would
I don't know.
Be?
Okay. I would have weird ones. Like I would want the phone that has whatever messages are there from, let's say, whoever was in charge of deciding to bring in Deshaun Watson to the Browns. Whatever. I just want all the phones. I want to see which one had which text because there's all this technically, Andrew Berry didn't want that, and this guy, and everybody's got their hands off it.
Let me tell you.
I want the one that shows the messages that say, I'm saying make it happen, and then we find out who that is, and now we know.
In government terms, that document is sealed.
I am sure. That's why I said that's what I want to know. If you're asking if I can have any phone, money's no object. That's the phone I want. I would pay to see that.
You'd leak it. You'd leak it.
No, I just want to see it for yes, I have a big mouth. It would definitely come up, Tyvis. I would say it accidentally, probably.
Andrew Berry.
So I would just start, that's where I would be like, I knew it, or I didn't know it, and I'm surprised. Whatever. But if you saw that it was like Jimmy Haslam, D. Haslam, the son, JW, whatever his name is, JW Marriott.
Johnson.
Yeah, him. And then Andrew Berry and Mets dude that was in
Paul
Moneyball.
DePodesta.
Paul DePodesta. and Kevin Stefanski and everybody. And they're all like, great idea. Yes, co-sign. We all like this. This is great. That would be interesting just to know literally everyone said this was an awesome idea. I would like that.
What if
Let's just settle the mystery.
Let's say Jimmy put it out. We're getting Deshaun. And everybody thumbs upped it, but Kevin.
Sure.
How would you feel?
I would, Kevin Stefanski.
You're a smart man.
Never fire him. He's my guy. No, but if
the rest of you clean them out.
If Kevin Stefanski, if it was like there was a ... and Jimmy was like, I got an idea. Ellipse, and then he's like, oh, Deshaun Watson, ? Jumping in and suggesting, and he's like, yes, you read my mind, Kevin. Then I'm going to say, all right, Kevin Stefanski, that was a bad idea. You should have done that. That's what I'm saying.
I tell you what,
I need to know.
You would be popular amongst Browns fans.
Oh, I listen. I don't know how you do it. We talk about the Browns here. I don't take 3 hours of phone calls after the game.
It's great, man.
With the immediate reaction in Cleveland, where every call is like, Avon Lake, you're on and it's just,
it's great.
You're a very positive person.
I think it's good because I have to calm down first. So, I see the game, and I got to be, all right, I got it out of my system. Let me calm down because I got to deal with these people. And my job is to get them back to calm, back to where I'm at. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I can't, and I'm up for that challenge. It's actually a good thing for me.
Speaking of the Browns, the news that I was saying that would drive me crazy, and hopefully it won't happen, there were a report out today from Florio that said, the Steelers are interested in signing Nick Chubb as a free agent.
That's not going to happen.
I hope it doesn't. I'm just telling you, if there is a Nick Chubb running out onto whatever Heinz Field is called now.
I don't even know. Yeah, it's Heinz Field in everybody's mind.
I'm going to have to take a pause from football for a month. If I see him run out.
I don't know on the field every 8 games of the year where you blew your knee out.
Well, that's a fair point.
I don't think he wants
That's a fair point. I hadn't thought of it that way.
Then on top of that, Nick Chubb ain't Nick Chubb. So it's not like his demand is through the roof. That's because you don't know what you're getting. People saw what Nick Chubb was last year, and they're like, all right, that's who he's going to be. No. The only people that's optimistic about Nick Chubb is the Cleveland Brown fans. Because they say, maybe 2 years after the knee surgery, you might get back.
I'm just saying, if it happens that my most beloved player of the last 20 years,
he ain't doing that.
If he were to run out for the Steelers, I wouldn't blame him at all.
The only person
they're moving on from him.
The only person that did that was Joe Hayden.
Well, And it worked out okay for him, right? He had a couple of good years there.
He did.
Big Ten Hoops coach is lecturing the fans again. It's always fun when they do this. I'll tell you who's doing it, the latest version of it next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 30-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the two left lanes on southbound 71 on the north side at 5th Avenue. And we also have an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 71, again on the north side at Hudson Street. This report is sponsored by True Green. We're back in the Miller's Yard, who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a fairway, and pro golfers started showing up. They love playing this lawn. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. As football winds down, college basketball is gearing up, and fans are ready to see which teams will prove they are ready to shine in March and who will be seen in San Antonio. You can get on all the action from tip-off to the final whistle at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new ESPN Bet Sportsbook customers can bet $10 and get $100 back in bonus bets and unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Beds are us when dreams sunk in. Beds are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Beds are us when dreams sunk in. Beds are us.
President's Day savings all month long at your main Honda of Dublin. If you're searching for a Honda lease deal here in Central Ohio, you've come to the right place. Leasing allows you to enjoy flexibility in one of their sharp, reliable, awesome vehicles. I'm confident Rich and his team can tailor a lease that's right for you. Like a 2025 CR-V LX all-wheel drive for $349 a month for 36 months, 30,000 miles with only $19.99 down. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Roll Up to Win is back at Tim Hortons. We're rolling out great prizes like a 2025 Ford Bronco, $500 daily jackpots, Xboxes, and more. You can earn rolls with your purchase of an eligible hot or cold beverage and favorite breakfast item. A whole new way to earn rolls this year. Visit your neighborhood Tim's and download the app for great food and more opportunities to roll up to win. No purchase necessary. Tim Hortons app required. See rules on app for details. Entered by 3/23/25. Sponsored by Tim Hortons.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
The Reds are on the radio.
Long fly ball, deep left center field, way back. It is gone. This could be an inside the park home run. L.A. De La Cruz is on. He leaps and he caught it. 20 home runs on the year for Spencer Steer.
What will Terry Francona's 2025 Reds look like? Find out for yourself. Cactus League play is underway. Hear all the action on your home of the Reds.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Columbus to Fort Lauderdale, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 4/24/2025 for travel between 3/13/2025 and 8/17/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Winter's here, and as the snow begins to pile up outside, you might find yourself dreaming of warmer days, sunshine, barbecues, fishing, maybe even thinking about those home projects you've been putting off for forever. Why wait for spring to start planning? Now's the perfect time to get ahead. With so many roofing, gutter, and siding companies out there, it can feel overwhelming to know where to begin. With over 30 years of experience and a focus on every detail, Newman Roofing makes it simple. As a family-owned business, they're dedicated to delivering an outstanding customer experience from your first phone call all the way through to the final touches on your home. When it comes to roofing, gutters, and siding, trust the name that's been a local favorite for decades, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. We have updated top 25 rankings for both men's and women's college basketball. We'll start with the men as Auburn continues to stay up at the top. They are still number 1 this week. The Tigers are followed by Duke, Florida, Houston, and Tennessee in the top 5. The Ohio State men will play just one game this week. That's on Wednesday night when the Buckeyes will face Southern California and LA. It's a late one. Tip-off will be at 10:30. On the women's side of things, for the first time in more than 2 decades, Texas has vaulted up to the number 1 spot. Behind the Longhorns, it's UCLA, Notre Dame, USC, and UConn in the top 5. The Ohio State women slipped down 4 spots this week. They are number 12. The Buckeye women will close out their regular season with a pair of top 25 matchups this week. On Wednesday night, they host number 23 Michigan State. Then on Sunday afternoon, the Buckeyes are on the road against number 19 Maryland. And in hockey, the Blue Jackets will host the Dallas Stars tomorrow night. Face-off at Nationwide Arena is at 7 o'clock. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
Tyvis Powell is in today. Panama Ted is here. It is the segment that's not a segment coming up at 4:30. Yikes. Which I'm excited about. Tyvis is excited about it too. Teddy really could take it or leave it, but Tyvis and I are really thrilled about it. We're ready to go.
Yeah, whatever.
That's right. Something we're all excited about, though, at least I'm excited about, is getting out again to the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Hollywood Casino Columbus, they do a great job out there. We've been out there a lot. Tons of gaming action for you, but all the TVs you want, 12,000 square feet of opportunities for you to enjoy your favorite sports gambling. It's all there for you. The ESPN Bet Sportsbook, Hollywood Casino Columbus. Check it out today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Right, Tyvis. This is from yesterday. Purdue and Indiana played in their rivalry game. Mm-hmm. Indiana beat them. Kind of surprising.
That is very surprising because Indiana's not been great. Purdue has been, it's not obviously Purdue, they don't have Edey anymore, but they're still a really good basketball team.
Yeah. It's still a program that Matt Painter's in charge of, and he's done a good job there.
Correct.
Right? Over the years, all that being said, they're still in prime position to go on to the tournament. Purdue is and be fine.
Must be nice.
Right.
I can't wait till we get back to those days in Columbus, Ohio.
I know. And I'm kind of surprised, like we joked about before, that Matt Painter doesn't have like 3 7-footers just ready. I mean, he has guys, but none of them are Zach Edey level yet.
Yeah.
2-time player of the year, hard to replace.
Yeah.
But after this game, now this was a game where Mike Woodson, who has already announced he's stepping down at the end of the year from Indiana because, he hasn't been as good as I think he had hoped or others had hoped.
Where has he been good at? Because with the Knicks,
fair enough.
So
fair enough.
Go ahead.
No, but it's something where you get the head coaching thing put on you, and then it's like, well, yeah, but maybe he could work here, and you keep getting high profile, big time jobs. I mean, obviously he has the connection to Indiana as a player.
When you step down, do you still get is this contract beyond here? So does he get paid? Is this like a quit thing or is this a fire thing?
I wonder, I don't know the answer. I would guess maybe it's an option of, hey, if I step away, I don't get nothing. And Indiana says yes. And if we fired you, you would get everything.
Fire me.
So right, but I'm saying maybe it was a workout of we're going to work this out together where
we'll give you something.
Yes, but then
you still stepping away.
But you didn't get fired, so there's that. And then there's I don't know.
Is it a bad thing to be fired? I got fired last year, so and it really wasn't that bad, you know.
Worked out for you.
You know, I got fired in the NFL like 10 times. So like,
well, that's
anything after that. The first time you get fired in the NFL, it cut deep. Like it almost brought tears to my. I'm not even a crier, but like I almost cried.
I know. I believe you on that.
But then I realized, let me. We got time. I'm gonna take y'all through this, okay? So we in the playoffs. We're playing the Lions in the first round. I'm in Seattle. We're playing the Lions in the first round. And I knew that Tuesday is the deadline. Tuesday at 4 p.m. in the NFL is what I live for. As an undrafted free agent, you live for Tuesday. You live your life Tuesday to Tuesday. Because if they're going to cut you, it'll be Monday or Tuesday before 4 p.m. If you make it past that, your salary is guaranteed for the week.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a celebration every Tuesday at 4:01. I'd be like, yes! All right.
And then you check and see there was a text message at 3:55. It was like, need you up in the coach's office.
They would get you way before that. They're not even going to play it close.
Okay.
So what I didn't know is in the playoffs, that goes away. They can cut you at any time.
Oh.
There is no Tuesday you locked. So when they called me in on Wednesday, I was like, oh, man, what's this about? Like y'all fire me on so I called my agent, and he's like, yeah, I forgot to tell you, like that in the playoffs, that don't work. But they cut me to bring in Devin Hester, because they needed a punt returner, and they needed a returner because Tyler Lockett broke his leg, and Richard Sherman was the punt returner, but he kept fair catching everything because he was dealing with like a knee injury too. So they wanted to be full strength going into the playoffs. And I said, well, you going to cut me for a Hall of Famer. Like, I would cut me too. You did right.
No, that feels
John
good.
Schneider, that was correct. You did the right thing.
It probably feels less good, though, when you're Mike Woodson and he's saying, I'm being asked to step aside. I'm choosing to step aside. Everyone look at that for the possibility of someone. Like, there's no, it wasn't like
I guess
we're bringing in this guy. Like,
well, he knew. You don't think these coaches know, like,
you're right.
You get like 2 years. You get 2 bad years. You get 2 back-to-back bad years, buddy.
Well, that's right. Especially
it's done.
Indiana's in that rough spot where they are the program that feels like they are a top 5 program.
Especially Indiana.
But they haven't been that for the majority of the last 30 years.
He obviously ain't going to be the guy that's going to get you back there, too.
No.
And them boosters is like, listen, come on now. The football team stinks. They give us a nice little thing every now and again, but, well, they was good this year.
They were.
If that football team can pull this up, that's probably what got him fired.
Probably right. They're looking at Kurt Cignetti.
Cignetti came here and did this. What are we doing with the basketball
Maybe
team?
let Kurt Cignetti run the basketball program. Seems like the type of guy who would take it on. But here is what Matt Painter said about Indiana fans. He was for some reason he was asked, what do you think Indiana should do with their basketball program? What do you think they should do when they go to hire the next coach?
A fan base is the people when you're bleeding, they support you. Like, they jump in and off. They jump on and off things here way too much. Like, support your coach, man. Support your players. Don't tweet negative things about them. Like, be supportive. Like, see how that works for you. But they build them up, and they overdo things. Like, quit overdoing it. Just accurately, talk about what's actually happened. Like, don't get recruits and that's Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Then they come out here. Well, they're not Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. They're good college players. And then they build it up. And then they go, well, what's wrong? Well, they're part of it. But it's not their total fan base. It's just that everyone has a bad percentage of their fan base now because of Twitter.
Again, Matt Painter, probably better way to do that would just be to say, next question. I don't care what they do.
So you're telling me Indiana has a lunatic fringe?
Every place that has a lunatic fringe, every big-time program has high expectations. And I don't blame fans at all for being frustrated when you see your team getting dropped. What was the game they had? I can't remember who it was. We don't have to look it up, but they lost by 30 in the last month
Indiana?
or so. Yeah, they got destroyed, and that was the game where everyone was like, "All right, this is over now. We're done." And I don't blame those fans for saying this is not even competitive at this point.
I see it both ways. I'm 31 now, so I understand both sides of the fence. This is what you do when you get older. You listen to both sides and you understand both sides. From the coaching standpoint, I get it. Like Like, we're not going to be great if everybody's just divided. They say no one wins when the family feuds.
Sure,
okay?
that's
on
fair.
the fan side. Listen, Indiana what once was the mecca of college basketball.
Of course,
they were the cream of the top, and where they are now, they're not trying to change the standard. They're trying to get back to that standard, and they can feel free to say whatever they want to say, especially if they paying money to come to the game. Like, I'm paying to see this,
right?
Like, yeah, I would be upset too.
Yeah, they also, I guess, yesterday at the game, they brought the chair out. It was the 40th anniversary of Bobby Knight throwing the chair across the court.
Yeah.
So Mike
still
Woodson
got
said
the chair?
Well, Mike Woodson said he had the chair, and it looked like it. But, of course, people who have been there have said, well, there's really no way to know because we just put that chair back in the stack of chairs, and it could have been any of them from that time. But he claims he found the one that was the actual one. Anyway.
Did he throw it?
No, he just sat in it, and then they won. And so now that chair is the one that Mike Woodson sat in as well. So, that could be a piece of memorabilia that someone may want someday. The Bobby Knight chair.
Oh, yeah.
Get that in the Woj.
If you could make sure. No, stop
Get a Woj phone. No. You can get that chair, sit in it, and then make phone calls on your Woj phone that doesn't work. You can do that. It'd be fun. If you're not a fan of Ohio State playing at noon on Saturday, I have some good news and some bad news for you coming up next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 20-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on northbound 71 on the north side at Morse Road. And there's a couple-minute slowdown due to a crash that's on Hamilton Road between East Johnstown Road and Morse Road. This report is sponsored by AEP Ohio. Falling behind on your electric bill? AEP Ohio can help with payment assistant programs. Take their quick 2-minute survey to find your options. Visit aepohio.com/billhelp today to get started. That's aepohio.com/billhelp. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
Guys, let's talk about something real. Ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic comes in. For over a decade, their medical providers have been helping men overcome ED and providing hope even when the pills and other treatments have failed. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there, with results that bring back your confidence and connection. It's important to get your ED treated now so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Columbus Men's Clinic has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. Tonight is your night for intimacy and connection. Call Columbus Men's Clinic today at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. And let's make tonight unforgettable. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
It's our President's Day sales event all month long.
This event is big. You choose your rate. 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, and up to a full 60 months on so many new Lindsay Hondas. And no trade-in required. This deal works with 0 down. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines. Both only $299 a month. That's $299 a month. Visit lindsayhonda.com because this February is the time to
keep more presidents in your wallet with Lindsay Honda.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and by the time that you're hearing this message, I'll be down 50 pounds. That is 50. I recorded this last Thursday when I was down 48 pounds, and yep, I've probably already hit 50 by now. That's how fast Awaken 180 works. Now, how many hours of working out did it take? How many parties did I have to skip? Not that I party anyways, but how many did I have to skip? None. How many injections did I have to take? None. Zero. Nada. I did it by eating to lose weight with Awaken 180. That's it. Just over 2 months, I've dropped 50 pounds without making my life miserable. Maybe you're rocking a XXX like me, size 40 pant. Maybe you're swimming in your XXLs and thinking about what life would feel like in an XL. I promise you, if I can do this, so can you. Awaken 180 is simple. The coaches are awesome, and the results come quick when you're doing it the correct way. It's not only about hoping to lose weight, It's about knowing that you will. Awaken 180 Weight Loss makes it simple. You can get started and see for yourself. Reserve your consultation today at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
The Jackets and Wings take the ice for a historic matchup at Ohio Stadium. Live coverage starts Saturday at noon with puck drop at 6.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for outdoor spectaculars. The Fan.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
We plant trees because people need trees, and when planted in the right place, they have great impact. Trees help slow climate change, filter our air and water, foster biodiversity, and strengthen our communities. They create the kind of transformational change the world needs now. April is a month filled with opportunities to care for and plant trees. For planting resources, contact an Ohio ISA certified arborist who can help you learn how to take the best care of your trees. Visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org. Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, breezy and mild and dry on this Monday. Temperatures in the low 50s. Overnight will fall back down to the mid-30s. Cloudy skies and some scattered showers rolling in while we're sleeping. During the day on Tuesday, the showers out early. Breezy conditions and mostly cloudy skies continue, but will still be mild with highs in the low 50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Tyvis Pal is in with me today. If you have missed any of the show or any of the shows we've ever done, you can find them all on the podcast. Every show brought right to your device, free of charge, all on our podcast. When the podcast is working, which it usually is, but all the podcasts brought to you by our friends at Care Heating and Cooling. So if you want to hear Tyvis talking about, I don't know, we've talked about Woj's cell phone today. We have talked about Buckeye basketball, Jackets time, Stadium Series this weekend. That'll be fun. Saturday in the shoe.
That you ain't going to.
I'm not. I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to the Hockey is for Everyone night. Dallas is coming in town. It's a big game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Does it count if I don't go to Nationwide to see the Jackets?
What do you mean?
Somebody told me that, like, because I've never been to a Blue Jackets game. So my first experience. Don't look like that. Don't look like that.
You got to go to a Jackets game.
I know.
Are you going to this one? Are you going to the stadium game?
Yeah. Well, I'm credentialed.
Oh. Well, taking up valuable media resources, I see.
I'm not a media member, but I'm credentialed that day.
Yeah, I remember this conversation.
Game day services.
Mr. I'm not in the media, except I'm going to take the pass. That's right. Okay.
Well,
go ahead.
Fish kind of pushed it on me. Like, I had no choice but to accept. Like,
right.
Like,
were you doing a show down there?
Correct.
Yes.
So it's like I might as well.
You're already there.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket.
Anyways.
I was just kidding, Tyvis. It's all good. I don't
Somebody told me that, like, that don't count. Like, they said you got to go to Nationwide to see the Jackets for it to be, like, considered, like.
Okay.
Because you need the nationwide atmosphere.
So, Zach Werenski right now is on a 1 game, we want to say, 22 games, something like that, point streak at home. Where he has registered a point.
This Saturday counts a home game.
This is the thing. So the NHL has been asked because they have a game. So he is now nearing some records, right? Like some of the most famous hockey players. Bobby Orr has the all-time home point streak record, and he's getting close to that. So the question was asked, if he gets a point against Dallas tomorrow, the next home game is that game. And the NHL was asked, they said yes. If he registers a point, that will count towards his home point total. Okay. So under that sense of it, yeah, you're correct. But in the spirit of things, if you've never now, I don't know. Have they said, Teddy, are they wheeling the cannon over there? They have to have the cannon, don't they?
It'll be there.
Okay, well, I mean, the cannon's on the jersey. I mean, you got to have the cannon there, I would think. So, yeah, that's you still should go see it at Nationwide because it's going to be different. But seeing them at the shoe will be historic. So you're going to be a part of history, and then we'll get you to the Nationwide Arena. You can go hang out with Mike Todd and all the guys.
And then
down
I got to
there.
go to a Crew game.
Oh, we'll take care of that.
And then the heavy metal concert with you, and then there we go. I checked all 3 things.
You don't, Tyvis, you don't have to do anything. If you would like someone to go with you, I will gladly go with you. I know there's other people in line for that. I'm just saying, if none of them are available.
You about to the heavy metal concert?
Well, I mean, that one I know I'm your guy because Timmy's not going to take you to that. Timmy doesn't know any. He thinks Deftones are too loud.
You don't think Tim would go to a heavy metal concert?
No, he went to Sonic Temple and came back and was like, it was too loud for me. I was hoping they would all whisper the songs in my ear. So I had Tyvis, if you want to go, I will be your guide to that
Tim
world.
should take him some C4 before some pre-workout.
Oh, that's right.
Before you go up in there. Well, you got to be feeling it. Get in that mosh pit.
Mm-hmm. I know you want to because you miss tackling.
I bulked up for this. This before I start my decline. I need to go ahead and use this 255 that I'm sitting at.
Oh, we'll if you want to go, I will make it happen. You know that. Anytime you seriously want to do it, we will get you to a heavy metal concert. We will go see some bands. There's a band coming called Speed from Australia.
Okay.
They don't come here very often. They're going to be at Sonic Temple. You can go with me to that and see a band from Australia.
It's like a historic moment, then, and I should be there.
And everybody will be beating each other's brains in the mosh pit.
Will you do it too?
Yeah, I'll get in there with you.
Okay.
I won't aim for you.
No, you can't aim for me.
We're going to divide and conquer.
Yeah.
We're going to go out. And
you know how Rush Hour, when they had to fight, that's what
I'm a bad Jackie Chan, I guess.
We'll meet back up in the middle, and we'll grab hands and we'll kick.
Yeah, I think you're going to be Jackie Chan in this. I'll be Chris Tucker. I'll be the comedic relief. You'll be the one doing all the damage. I think that's how it's going to work. All right. So, Ohio State. We know last year, a lot of noon games.
Yes.
Big noon.
A lot of people were, it's like 6 straight to end the season.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Including just a run of them that everybody got annoyed with. The Big Ten has their multi-billion-dollar package with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
There are carve-outs that Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, and Iowa all have allowances where they said, under no circumstances are we doing home Friday night games. Well, that only applies to home games. There is Scott Dodderman, who is a writer for The Athletic. He has been trying to figure out what the Big Ten schedule is going to look like on a TV side of things. And so he has predicted this. I saw this on 11 Warriors, that Illinois on October 10th, Ohio State and Illinois could be a game. This has not been announced. This is not official.
What day?
On Friday.
Man,
he is saying he thinks this game could be on Friday. Now, his logic is as follows. That week, they have 2 West Coast games that can't be put there. Michigan is at USC. Indiana is at Oregon.
Why can't they be put there?
They're talking about big noon in this. These 2 games can't be big noon because it'd be too early. They're on the West Coast.
They're on the West Coast, though. They also would be too late. Or I guess they could do it.
I guess they theoretically could, but yeah, how are you going to get people into a Friday game at, like, let's say 7 or 8 o'clock on Friday night? They're not probably going to do that. On the West Coast, it's going to be like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They're probably not going to want to do that.
I mean, I guess they could. Yeah.
Illinois versus Ohio State at Ohio State.
No. It's at Illinois. That's
Friday night game. You know what the sick thing is?
What's that?
I had to catch myself last year when they first announced Friday night games. I said there is no way that the Buckeyes would play on a Friday night, and I stopped because the last time I said that, I said they wouldn't play on Peacock, and they ended up doing that. So I'm not even going to say that. What I will say is this season, I gave the Friday night thing. When I first heard it, I was like, I don't like that. But I found out that those Friday night games actually was pretty darn good. I was actually entertained. So I wouldn't mind seeing the Buckeyes.
I know a lot of people don't want to see this happen. I understand.
Because it's high school football. That's their day.
Yeah, I understand that. But also at the same time, college football is being played on Tuesday nights in the MAC. It's being played every night of the week almost. Between the NFL, college football, during the football season, there is almost a game every night, right?
I'd take a Friday. If I was playing, I wouldn't mind playing on a Friday night. You know why? Because now I got 2 days off. I got Saturday and Sunday off. Oh, man, sign me up.
So the logic of this is that Iowa is at Wisconsin on that same weekend, and that would be one that they could put on a Friday night, but it's also one of 3 homecoming games throughout the Big Ten, and that might not be what they'd want to – they might not have a Friday – the schools might say, hey, that's our homecoming. We have all these plans around homecoming. Please don't make us put that on a Friday night. So then the next logical option for a Friday night game would be this at Illinois-Ohio State game on October 10th.
It would do numbers on the rating side.
Oh, they said this would be the highest rated Friday night game they've ever had. Am I wrong? Ohio State played on at least a Thursday night, didn't they, to open the season?
They opened, I think it was Minnesota or Indiana. Was it Indiana?
I believe it was at Indiana.
I was thinking Minnesota.
A few years ago. I want to say they played that on a Thursday because I remember we
played on a Monday when we played Virginia Tech.
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day.
That's right. Yeah. And there were times where they played on a Sunday because I want to say, didn't they play Boston College? Like this would have been in the 90s, Ted. Like a kickoff classic or something. Remember those?
Maybe so, yeah.
Or maybe it was Miami. I don't know. It was one of the ACC schools, but whatever.
Yeah.
They played. So I'm just saying, Ohio State has played on different days than Saturday. It's not often, but.
The biggest question, though, will it be windy on that day, that Friday night?
It's in Illinois, Teddy. You're right. Yeah. The wind could be a factor.
What day? What's the date on that?
Juice Williams be there as well?
You know he going to be there.
No, but I mean playing and running the ball against us like 500 times.
No, I was mad at him when we did the tailgate show. They brought him on stage. I looked at him like, ugh.
You would have stopped him, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Juice. You think I'm letting Juice beat me?
No, I have no doubt of that, Tyvis. We could have used you. That would have been awesome if you'd have been there. But you weren't. And hopefully there's nobody playing like Juice Williams. I know Burt will have his guys all ready to go. They had a good year this year.
I mean, he might do the T-sign and make Ryan Day upset.
Can I tell you? That is actually one of my favorite moments of this college football season when he walked over. Who was that to that he did that?
Was it Virginia Tech?
Was it? Was that it? Yeah. Or was it South Carolina? No. I don't remember who it was.
Who did they play in the bowl game?
Yeah, I thought it was it Shane Beamer that got mad? So that would be South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought it was Shane Beamer.
That's right. That's right.
And he walks right over and just makes this sign and stares at him. And then and then Shane Beamer looked like he wanted to fight him. Like it looked like WWE out there.
Yeah.
Bert's laughing.
He didn't want to fight him.
No.
You could have put one finger on Shane's chest and held him back. He really didn't want to fight him.
Not at all. Yikes, coming up in 2 minutes. The segment that's not a segment. We'll do it then. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to a crash that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 70 on the east side after Alum Creek Drive. And we also have an accident that's causing holdup on northbound 42 at Smart Coal Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Are you looking for a new ride? And do you want the best experience and service in the city? Yes? Good. Go see my guys at Jermaine Lexus. The all-new 2025 TX is back in stock and arriving daily. Plus, they've got great 42-month leases for the 2025 NX350 all-wheel drive. It started $399 a month. I have been a Jermaine customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please do stop in. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations, Dublin, Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com. Or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF, NewmanRoofing.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The kings of local social media.
Twitters and twatters.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Tyvis Powell is in. Panama Ted is here. I am Bone. I am always here, except for when I'm not. Buckeye Roundtable coming up tonight, 6 to 8 p.m. 2 hours at Timmy Hall, talking all things Buckeyes. Not sure who he has on the show. I know he has been furiously working the phones to make sure all his guests are lined up and ready to go for tonight, so you will get all that coming up right after us. But now, it's time to do the segment. It's not a segment. Yikes. My first yikes, Tyvis, is going to go to the All-Star game, and particularly Charles Barkley. So Charles Barkley has been very vocal about how he does not like the NBA All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. It's anybody's prerogative to say that. A lot of people agree with him on that, including some of the players. They also don't seem to totally enjoy the All-Star game. But these comments from Charles Barkley confuse me, because he said, people always talk about you want to leave the place better than you came in. I don't know if the current players understand that. Complaining about the All-Star game format does nothing good for our product. Yes, Charles Barkley, you being the number one person on team, I would accept his criticism, fine, but you're the number one person who complains not just about the All-Star game, but about the city of San Francisco, about every NBA player almost these days, about the women in San Antonio eating too many churros. You complain about everything related to the NBA, and now you're telling people we should stop complaining about the NBA because it's not good for the game. You first, Charles. Yikes.
That's fair. That's fair. My first yikes. An American airline flight from JFK to Delhi was forced to divert to Rome after a bomb threat on board. Yikes. That's I don't know what I would do. That's like the scariest thing to me. Like to be on a plane and somebody does something like that. Like,
well, I can understand that. Like a bomb threat would freak me out. In light of what's currently been happening around the airways lately, where it's like a plane in Toronto landed on top of, like, landed upside down.
Yeah.
Like, I think
driving really. Yeah. Usually I'd be like, if it's over 4 hours, I'd fly. But, the way things have been lately, I'd take a nice car ride.
People at Enterprise get a lot of phone calls these days from like, wow, the bookings have picked up all of a sudden. I'm not sure. Hertz is sending cars out left and right. All right, Teddy, go ahead.
My guy and Cowboys legend.
Sorry, I jumped the gun. I thought you were going to say yikes. I thought you were there.
What are we doing here?
Amateur hour.
My guy is Zach Martin, who recently retired, has some yikes stats that I wanted to share with you. Over the course of his career, he had 6,659 pass protection snaps in his 11-year career. He had 0 accepted holding penalties in his pass protection. Yikes. Yes, 0 holding penalties. For his total career, he had 7 holding penalties. Yikes. Those came on running plays. So 11 years and only 7 holding penalties for the great Zach Martin. Yikes.
So that's a positive yikes from you, Teddy. I like that.
Yes, it was.
That's good. That's a Hall of Famer for sure, right? If you got those kind of numbers.
Yes. Hall of Famer.
That's no doubt.
Yes.
LA Galaxy and MLS, Major League Soccer, they are your defending champions. They won MLS Cup last year. So let them live. That's their 6th MLS Cup, which is annoying to me, but they're the champs. This past weekend, they had a home game to start off the 2025 season, and they hosted an expansion team, San Diego FC, a team that, of course, is right down the road from them, given it's San Diego in LA. But this was supposed to be an easy win for them, so much so that they planned a bunch of festivities because first game back with the champs, they hoisted a banner. They brought all their trophies out. They gave the players their rings, big pregame ceremony. And then what happened? The team playing its first game ever in MLS whooped them 2-0. No problems there. Anders Dreyer had both goals for San Diego FC. Maybe next time, if you're going to have all these pregame ceremonies, don't forget to actually show up for the real game this season. Yikes.
Well, the biggest yikes probably that came yesterday this was a bomb too now. Apparently, Steve Smith Sr., who's married, by the way.
Been married for like 20 plus years.
He's been married for some time now. Well, yesterday, he's allegedly, now this is allegedly, he's had an affair with a woman, and the guy, Tony Martinez is his name. He called Steve Smith, I guess, after finding
this woman's husband.
The woman's husband found some text messages between the two that's if you're on you can get on the internet, you can find them.
Oh, you can.
We can't say them on the air.
No, we cannot. They are graphic.
It's a good read. It's a good read. Anyways, he then calls Steve Smith, the husband, calls Steve Smith to confront him about this. And he says, "What do you have to say for yourself, Steve?" And Steve Smith says, "I'm sorry." Yikes.
Yeah, that's bad all around. That's
band. She's a band man because I guess he's part of the band now. So she was like a band leader.
The band of what?
The Ravens.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, gotcha. It was like, what kind of band? We were just talking about metal bands. I didn't know. Maybe
that's one of those ones where when I saw it, I had to sit up and read it. I was laying down. I had to sit up and put 10 toes on the ground.
He's been married since college.
Yeah,
I didn't realize. So that's bad all the way around.
It wasn't. Not
also
good.
bad that then like everyone now knows about it. Like bad enough that it happens and you've ruined everybody's thing there, but then now all those messages are just out there and they are
walk of shame.
They are yikes. Daddy?
Maryland Eastern Shores baseball team, who we're all really familiar with, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, they had lost 55 straight games. Yikes. Last year, they went 0-48. Yikes. They haven't won a game since 2023. Yikes. However, on Saturday, they beat Towson 14-7 to snap the longest losing streak in the country. Yikes. They did lose yesterday 13-9, but let's hope this isn't the start of a new streak. Yikes.
Sunday, the New York Rangers took on the Buffalo Sabres. And, it looks like here they got an 8-2 win, but it was a bad day for Sabres analyst Rob Ray. Buffalo scored late in the first period to take a 4-0 lead. Rangers then controlled the ensuing faceoff, and New York defenseman Will Borgen attempted to fire the puck down the ice, but he mishit the puck. It went into the side of the rink there where the glass usually would be, except the glass parts for like the bench areas and for the guy who is in the middle, who is Rob Ray. The analyst, Jody Shelley, has stood there for many a year, right, with the Jackets and in that same spot. Unfortunately, this puck hit Rob Ray right in the facho, the face. Yikes. Now, the problem becomes he's live on the mic. His microphone is up, and then he let out a completely understandable F-bomb, which I cannot play for you, but I encourage you to go find the video. Awful Announcing has it. It is one of the funniest F-bombs ever. Glad to hear he's okay. He got a few, looked like a couple cuts, but otherwise he's all right. But yikes.
I thank you for allowing me to hear that before the show. That definitely was a great laugh.
He apparently got stitches and then stayed in, he's a hockey guy, so he stayed in and did the broadcast.
They are tough.
They are.
All right, yikes. So, as everybody, people might not be aware of this, but there is an OnlyFans model. Her name is Lily Phillips.
Okay.
And she has recently slept with 1,000 men in a day. Okay. Yikes.
Okay. All right. That's a lot.
Yes,
that's a
lot of people.
Believe you're shorting her.
Yeah.
Believe it was 1,057.
Oh, well, who's counting?
Yikes.
Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Anywho, she then comes out later and she says that she was pregnant. Yikes.
Okay.
Now her friend, Bonnie Blue, who I'm guessing is another OnlyFans model.
I like how you said guessing.
I'm
That's
guessing.
so good that you said that.
I'm guessing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how they are affiliated.
Who knows? Who can possibly know? Better not Google it on a work computer. Definitely don't do that.
Well, she comes out and she says that the pregnancy was faked.
Oh.
Because she wanted to pay for someone's IVF treatment.
Oh, okay.
Yikes. I don't know what's real. I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't know what to believe either. But you know what? Like at the end of the day, she's like, I want to help someone who is trying to get pregnant. Like that's a noble gesture. But man, what a way we took to get what a pathway to get to that. Like
I felt
wow.
If she, they make some good money. I thought,
Well, yeah, you could
take that in.
That's a good point, Tyvis.
Yeah, I don't know.
Teddy?
The Colorado Rockies, they are in mid-season form as they had a yikes moment in their spring training game on Saturday. They had a 3-0 lead over Arizona in the 5th inning, and Arizona had the bases loaded with 1 out. So Arizona hits a deep fly ball to center field, which was caught for the 2nd out. Now, the throw back to the infield missed the cutoff man and rolled near the dugout. It kicked off the wall, and then it went rolling towards the other dugout. Meanwhile, the runners on second and third, first and second, they came around to score as well. So 3 runs scored on a sacrifice fly. Yikes.
That is bad. It's no fun.
Well, do it in spring training.
That's right. It's spring training. That's kind of the point of it. Could J.J. Watt be coming to the Bengals? Yes, I did say J.J. Watt. I will explain this next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to find traffic is stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and Town Street. And you're looking at a 10-minute slowdown due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 71 on the north side at Morse Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
When was the last time you had your plumbing inspected? Small issues such as tiny leaks or old water heaters can quickly turn into big problems if they're not caught early. Take action with Logan Services and schedule a free winter plumbing safety inspection to help keep your home running smoothly. Schedule your free inspection now and experience the fast, friendly service you've come to expect from Logan Services.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Dream Bedroom event.
I've been extra sleepy lately. Glad I made it here.
You're in luck. IKEA family members save 15% on all bed frames and bedside tables.
Ooh.
Plus, free shipping on small orders over $50.
Am I still dreaming?
It's for real. Save even more with buy one, get 50% off deals on table lamps, curtains, and more.
Nice.
Shop the IKEA Dream Bedroom event in-store or online today.
Offer valid 2/19 to 3/17/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/sleep for details. Restrictions apply.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
President's Day savings all month long at your main Honda of Dublin. If you're searching for a Honda lease deal here in Central Ohio, you've come to the right place. Leasing allows you to enjoy flexibility in one of their sharp, reliable, awesome vehicles. I'm confident Rich and his team can tailor a lease that's right for you. Like a 2025 CRV LX all-wheel drive for $349 a month for 36 months, 30,000 miles with only $19.99 down. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Columbus to Fort Lauderdale, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 4/24/2025 for travel between 3/13/2025 and 8/17/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And you've heard me talk a lot about how treating low testosterone can improve your sleep, your workouts, your energy levels, and more. But today I want to talk to you about your sex drive, because low testosterone can have a significant impact on your desire for intimacy. It can even be a factor in erectile dysfunction. And if you're in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship, a low sex drive could really be a problem. The good news is that if you're like most guys, treating your low testosterone could really change the way you feel about sex, giving you back the flame and desire that is so important when you love someone. So if you're feeling sluggish and tired, if you're not sleeping well, if your workouts aren't that great, and most of all, if your sex drive is more like a putt, make an appointment at Tri-State Men's Health and have your testosterone levels checked. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Some fans drink the Kool-Aid. These guys drink the bleach. This is Man and Bone.
Tyvis Powell is in for Common Man today. Don't forget, we have got Buckeye Roundtable coming up 6 to 8. Timmy Hall with 2 hours of Buckeye discussion for you. Before we get to this J.J. Watt thing, Jeremiah tweeted us, and thanks for the tweet, Jeremiah, at manandbone971. You can tweet us too. We were talking about there's a thought out there. Writer for The Athletic was going over the schedule and saying there's a chance that maybe Ohio State at Illinois could potentially become a Friday night game this year. Schedule's not settled yet. They haven't worked all that out. Mm-hmm. You don't know. The TV networks get together at some point, probably here in the next month or two, and they go through and basically do like a draft where Fox
gets first dibs.
Yep, and they always will pick Ohio State and Michigan.
And it's what, CBS and NBC?
Yeah, it's based on whoever has what, first and second tier deal, whatever, and then they go down the list, and they just sometimes they trade picks. Sometimes they've done that with. I remember last year they traded a game. I forget which network did.
They really do this.
They traded. Maybe Teddy remembers this. They traded a game, one football game, and I want to say it was something like Northwestern and Purdue, like not the marquee of marquee matchups, but it got traded out to one of the other networks, and in return, the network that traded that game got like 7 college basketball games back because they both had deals with that too. And so they worked it all out.
You could trade different sports. That's crazy.
Well, apparently if you have all the TV deals, you can.
Okay.
Anyway.
I said there was a deal. It was different than the one you're talking about. This was back when Joe Buck left Fox to go to ESPN.
There was that deal too, yes.
And when that happened, Fox said, okay, we'll let him out of his deal a year early, but we want the rights to the Penn State-Purdue game.
That's okay. Yeah, so they have definitely done this in the past. I know there was because we talked about that last year when this other story came up where they said, oh, yeah, they traded out of this one football game for like 5 or 6 college basketball games, whatever it was. Anyway, Ohio State did play on a Friday night, which I had forgotten about at least once. Jeremiah tweeted us, reminded us that the Buckeyes beat Northwestern 52-3 back in 2019. That, of course, was at Northwestern. That was a Justin Fields game where he threw for 4 touchdowns. J.K. Dobbins had a $121, and it was just a dominating performance there. And I'm reading, it's like Justin Fields, J.K. Dobbins, Chase Young, Chris Olave, like just dude.
Yeah.
Man. But anyway, yeah.
Great team, great players.
That was a Friday night that we did have the Buckeyes. It's not locked in. There's nothing locked in yet.
I don't know. Fans would seem like they would be upset by it, but I'm telling you, you'd be like, this was not that bad.
Well, I remember when that happened. Now that we're talking about it, the big concern was Friday night football. Mm-hmm. And it's right, high school football. However,
I need to know when this game, what time of the year, because
this was, I'm looking at the date. It's October 19th. So
that's okay.
It's late in the high school football season. It's not but here's the reality.
I'd rather that than playoff time college or high school football.
Well, right. But you know what the other part is? You can DVR a game. I mean, I say this with no sympathy for people who are like, well, I want to watch my local high school team and I want to watch the Buckeyes. And it's like, I have watched my 4th grader play soccer at the same time as Ohio State is playing Penn State. It's just, you just do what you got to do.
Or you DVR it.
I did.
You DVR it. Don't get on social media.
Right.
And then go home after the game and watch it.
I'm not saying it's ideal. I'm just saying people who have kids in sports, we're dealing with this all the time. So if one of your Friday night plans has to get
on the phone like this,
I've done that a few times too. And what's funny is all the parents are like, "Oh, what are you doing over there?" Next thing I know, there's 20 dads
they all
just
come
all
over
around.
there.
Brings everybody together. The home team, the away team, all the dads. All the moms, too. Everybody's just over there looking at it.
How's the Buckeyes
Meanwhile,
doing?
the kids are like, we're playing. We're like, yeah, we know. But the Buckeyes are on it. It's a big game. All right. So the story about J.J. Watt, it's probably not going to happen. But J.J. Watt, obviously former NFL legend, he is a partial owner of a soccer team called Burnley FC.
Okay.
They have been in the Premier League, the top league in England. They're now in the second division, the championship. But they have a goalkeeper named James Trafford. James Trafford's a 22-year-old who happens to be a big Bengals fan.
Okay.
So he said to J.J. Watt, who, again, part owner of the team, made a little wager with me. He said, on social media, I think they did this, where he reached out and said, hey, what if you came out of retirement and suited up for my Bengals? That would be awesome. You know, we could use some help on defensive line. I know you're great. What if you got back in shape and did this? And J.J. Watt said, all right, how about if you don't let in another goal? He's a goalie. They had like 20-plus games left. So if you don't let in another goal for 20-plus games the rest of the season, I'll do it. Since he said that, this guy has gone on to shut out every team he's played since late December. It's obviously almost March now. They have played, soccer games are 90 minutes.
Yeah.
He's played almost 1,000 minutes of action without letting in a goal. It's an unprecedented type of run. It's a type of, like J.J. Watt said this, he might as well have said, all right, fine. If you can run from here to Kansas in the next hour, I guess I'll do it. Like, it's impossible. No one's going to do this. But now they only have 12 games left in the season, and he's actually kind of doing it. So that's why I'm saying, theoretically, if he can go on, he's probably not going to finish this off. But J.J. Watt may have to pay off the bet.
I wonder if he actually did it. Would he do it?
I mean, he'd have to find a way out, right? There's no
what's the way out?
Well, one is that he could just call up the Bengals. They may be like, yeah, but I don't know. You haven't played in a while. I don't know. How long's J.J. Watt been out of the league?
2 years, right?
Oh, well, then never mind. Yeah,
because he was with the Cardinals.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years.
He needs to definitely put on the big, giant, bionic arm brace like that. Goodness. He has to wear. He has to wear if he comes back. I don't think this dude's going to do it, but also, if that's
I hope he does. It would be
great,
I
right?
want to put him in a position to make him have to, because you got to own up to it.
Have you ever done that where you've opened your mouth and made a bet like that?
Nope, because I ain't crazy enough to do that. I ain't crazy.
Good for you.
I'm not crazy enough because I would actually own up to whatever I said, but yeah, no.
Yeah. See, I had Chris Spielman once did that to me where we were doing a show many years ago, and I said something. He said something about, that's on tape now, and I said, Spiels, there's no tape in this building. Everything's digital. We don't have any tape in here. He's like, you want to bet? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. He's like, fine, I'll bet you $500 I can find some tape in the next commercial break. And I said, oh, okay. I'm just trying to go to break. I didn't realize, this is the first time I saw the psychopath that Chris Spielman is when it comes to competition. I was unaware of just how crazy former NFL players can be, but especially Spiels.
Yeah.
He ran out of the room. He went all through the building. And I'm like, the music hits to come back from our commercial break. He's nowhere to be found. I turn on the microphone, and he bursts through the door like there was an explosion or a fire or something, and he's holding up a tape, and he slams it down on the desk. He went into Skip Mossick's office, our longtime producer of Everything Ohio State, and found one, audio tape with, actual tape in it.
Wind,
yeah. And then I was like, all right, okay. Do I now owe you $500?
Did you have to pay him $500?
I made a donation to his charity. That's what I did.
Okay.
I didn't do $500, but I did make a donation because I tried to. Because I didn't even. I was just whatever, Spiel. I'm trying to go to break.
You
sure.
don't have Spiel money. You didn't play professionally.
I did not.
So therefore,
I'm glad we didn't get into more of a let's go with what he could actually do, because that was chump change for him back then. I don't want to know what it is now. Isn't he running the Lions? Kind of.
I think so.
Special advisor.
Something
up there?
like that. Yeah.
He's doing good work.
Good for you.
Yeah. I don't make bets like that anymore. I've learned my lesson.
Listen. You do gentleman bets. You can be like me and Cardell. You know what me and Cardell do? We don't bet money. We bet a slap to the face. That's what I say. Let's bet a slap to the face.
All right. That's, you know what? And who usually have
right now, I owe him one. Okay. I owe him one. And the next time I see him, I'm going to slap him for sure.
Do you walk up to him, or do you
he'll know what it is.
Okay. It's good to see you. And then it's just we're at church right now, and you just walk with a slap him. All right. That's good. The NFL Combine starts this weekend. Which Buckeye do we think has the most to gain this week? We'll talk about that next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's blocking the right lane and causing a 10-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side after Alum Creek Drive. And you're going to hit stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bomb shelves arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Are you turning 65? Are you looking for Medicare Advantage coverage? Great news! The Ohio State Health Systems and Mount Carmel Health Systems are in our provider network. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. One of our licensed agents will answer your call. Call today, 1-888-76-AETNA. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area. Participating healthcare providers are independent contractors and are neither agents nor employees of Aetna. The availability of any particular provider cannot be guaranteed, and provider network composition is subject to change. Other physicians, providers are available in our network.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Right now, select varieties are buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, it's D. Miller. Guys, let's talk about getting back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program. I learned about the personalized treatment at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book an appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
Hey, it's Anthony, and I've got a fitting personalized for you. From the moment you walk in the Good Feet store, they're going to take the time to understand your unique lifestyle, your daily routines, and most importantly, the pain that brought you in to see them in the first place. If your feet ache after a long day or that discomfort starts radiating through your knees, your hips, your back, I've been there. The Good Feet store is going to help you where you need relief and find the arch supports that work best for you. And they're working for me. I walked all over the place in New Orleans covering the big game. I was loving it. I literally was walking for miles around the French Quarter, Canal Street, everywhere, because I had my personally fit arch supports in my shoes. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people get back to feeling comfort on a daily basis. I want you to be one of them. Go in, take the free test walk. They're immediately available. Good Feet products are proudly made in the USA on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City or goodfeet.com.
Get ready and gear up for the Open Season Sportsman's Expo, presented by Progressive and Can-Am. Join us at the Ohio Expo Center from March 14 to 16. You'll find hunting products and top-notch gear at show-only prices. Showcase your buck in the Trophy Deer Contest and learn from industry experts. Even trick shooting with Byron Ferguson. Discount tickets at OpenSeasonSportsman'sExpo.com through March 13th. Be sure to check out Tacticam and Toyota Tundra, official cell cam and truck of the Expo.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells taking a look at the week ahead here. We'll start with hockey as tomorrow night the Blue Jackets aim for their second win in a row when they host the Dallas Stars. Face-off at Nationwide Arena is at 7 tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night, the Cavaliers will play the first of a two-game road trip. Cleveland is at Orlando. Tip-off against the Magic is at 7:30. In college basketball, the Ohio State men play just one game this week. That'll be on Wednesday night when the Buckeyes face Southern California. It'll be a late one. Tip-off against the Trojans is at 10:30. As for the 12th-ranked Ohio State women, they wrap up their regular season this week with a pair of ranked matchups. On Wednesday night, the Buckeyes will host number 23 Michigan State. Then on Sunday afternoon, they're on the road against number 19 Maryland. And in soccer, after winning their season opener over Chicago this past Saturday night, the Columbus Crew will be back on the pitch on Saturday night this coming weekend. That's when the Crew will face the New England Revolution up in Foxborough. Breaking sports news when it happens here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. Back to Man and Bone.
Tyvis Powell in today. Common Man is back tomorrow. Panama Ted is here. Timmy Hall is around. He's getting ready for a Buckeye Roundtable tonight, coming up at 6 o'clock. So you'll have 2 hours of Buckeye discussion there. Tyvis Combine this week. What kind of memories do you look back on the Combine experience that you had fondly in any way?
When I look back on my Combine experience, I think of one thing. Thank you that it's over, because it's so weird how when you're a kid, that's all you want to do is go to the Combine. You watch the Combine as a kid. I can't wait till I get older to get to the Combine. Especially if you're a football player. Oh, I'm going to make it here one day. I'm going to be here one day. You see these 40 times. You're like, oh, I can't wait to see what it feels like to have that pressure. Like, this run can cost you tens of millions of dollars.
Or make you tens of millions.
Or make you tens of millions of dollars. Right. And I'm telling you, when I got there day one, it's like, all right, we're at Indy. Cool. Like, oh, this is nice, right? It was like in like a train station or something like that. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Right. Then you get pushed and pulled for meetings with all these different teams and stuff like that. And then the worst part was medicals. The medicals is like the most important part of the whole thing, because it's like every team requests like scans from you. Like, so you have like the Vikings, the Texans, and the Falcons. I want a scan on Tyvis Powell's wrist. Wow. So you got to go to the hospital and you got to go get an x-ray on your wrist. So you got to get CT scans and all this stuff.
Meanwhile, there's people out there like, I have cancer. Am I allowed? And they're like, no, shut up. The Combine. Gotta get these football players drafted.
So what I hated about it is, there's a media availability where the players come stand on the podium and they ask them questions and stuff. Well, the day that I was supposed to do that, I couldn't make it because I had to do medical stuff.
Okay, right.
So then you sit on this table and you got all these doctors. You got like 10 different doctors that bending your leg, checking flexibility. You got to do it like 10 times. And it's like, dude, like.
At some point, you probably feel like, I know you've said this, like it's a piece of meat. Like you're just out there to be judged and everything's poked and prodded.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Let me tell you about that part.
Okay.
So day 3 is the day they take your measurements and your weight. So how you get that done is you go down in like this basement, right?
That's always a good place to have stuff like this going on.
Yeah, I'm
excited to find out.
You go down in this basement. It's like a big auditorium, but it's a big like black curtain.
Okay.
Right? On the other side of the curtain is a stage. And all behind the curtain is like, I'd say it's like 100 dudes just in nothing but compression pants.
Okay.
Compression shorts. That's all you can have on is compression shorts.
Right.
And they march you on stage. And when you get on stage, it's like 200 men out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they get your height. They yell out your weight. They check your hand size, your neck size, your biceps, and your width. And they yell it out. And you just see 200 men just looking at you, writing it down. So that's day 3. Then you got to do. Then you got to do.
This all sounds very problematic, but we're just going to leave that aside.
Yeah, trust me. What you thinking is exactly what was being said.
Sure,
okay?
That's not good.
Yeah,
not good.
So
can we like do this over Zoom at least? So it's a. I mean, like
you could, no, because they don't want you to cheat it. You can't cheat your height and weight. Like they want to see how it's measured. You gotta rock back on your heels, feet in the air, toes in the air. You got to be back on your heels.
But also, like, I know that, but I'm also saying, isn't there a way they could be like, hey, we videotaped this person like head to toe, you can see, not rocking back on heels. Also, you don't have to sit in a room while they're on a stage.
200 people.
200 people
just looking at
while
you.
You're in your underwear.
Yep. Compression shorts.
Oh man, this is. By the way, this is the part of the combine that they're not showing you on the TV.
Absolutely.
Where they're like, "Oh, look here, Rich Eisen's running in his suit."
You're not going to see that. No, you're not going to see that. This is classified information that I'm giving our listeners.
You're giving us how the sausage is made.
So then,
tell us about the behind the scenes stuff.
After that, you have your bench press because you do the on field stuff on day 4. Day 3, you do the bench press. So the bench press comes out there. It's your whole group, and it's like 100 people in the room. And it's one stage with the bench, and you get up there, you say your name, where you from, and how many reps you going for. So I got up there, Tyvis Powell, the Ohio State University, 15, baby.
15.
Got up under there. They slap you on the chest. Boom, I hit that 15, racked it, stood up. Ha ha. Didn't get no sleep, though. See, this the thing. This the thing about the combine is that it's a 4-day event. And out of those 4 days, you probably get maybe 8 hours of sleep in 4 days. And they do that purposely because how that happens is, I told you, the first day is a bunch of meetings. And it goes all the way to like midnight.
Oh,
at midnight, they blow the horn and you can't meet after midnight. So you go back to your room. Problem is you get back to your room, you have a drug test day 1. And it's at like 3 or 4 in the morning or something like that.
My gosh.
And they all say, you better get there. You have to get there early because if you don't get there early, it's going to be a long line and you're going to have to wait till everybody pees.
You don't even really get to sleep.
Correct.
Jeez.
Then you got to get up at like 7 to go do what I told you about going in the room with all the measurements and all that. And then the next day is the bench press. And then day 4, you get on the field and do the drills. And yeah, man, it was a lot, but I think they do it like that to see how you are in adverse situations. With lack of sleep, with lack of food like that, with lack of preparation, can you still perform well in these drills? I think that's is mental toughness.
Okay, I understand that, but I will also just say that at some point, I think they put too much emphasis on the combine from the standpoint of you will hear about guys who it's like, oh, we didn't even think that guy could play because we watched 4 years of tape on him and we thought he sucked.
Correct.
But then we found out he has a 4.38 40.
Make you go. That's all the 40. Like, the 40 does nothing for you but make you go check the tape.
But he had it then. He had it on the tape, and then you watch the tape, and it's like he gives up picks left and right.
Well, honestly,
he can't stop anybody.
Honestly, the running a fast 40, I always tell people it makes that scout go back and rewatch your tape, and what they're gonna say is probably something that they said about me. He ran a 4.46, but he didn't play like a 4.46, so that's a problem. But they love the fact that you ran that time.
Okay.
But now the question is, why didn't you run this time? That's not your game speed.
Right.
Your game speed, you don't run no 4.46.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
All right. But I do understand. I acknowledge the reason this thing is so popular on TV is because people say, I love the NFL. This has the NFL logo on it. And there's a bunch of people I recognize.
They only see day 4.
Yeah, you see the fun part.
Everybody sees day. When it comes on TV, the only thing they show is day 4. They don't show the first 3 days because the first 3 days is the worst part of the thing.
And I want to be clear. I don't want to see the other parts because that sounds weird as hell.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. Yeah. You're being very diplomatic.
You don't want to see 100 men in compression shorts?
I'm just saying it seems like there's got to be a better way we could do that, where you could have like a doctor who's
making sure you don't cheat the process.
Couldn't you have like 5 people though that could do it in a room? Be like, we're all like when they announce, I don't know, like who's going to win MVP or like whatever, they have someone who's like from the company that's or the draft picks, right? Where they're like the draft was done. They for like the NBA draft, they know in advance who all these picks are, but they only have like 4 or 5 people who are in the room when they do the lottery for the NBA or NHL draft. And then those people certify that it's legit, and then they announce it on TV. You could do that for measuring guys. You're like, here were 4 or 5 people who audited it, make sure it was 200 people staring at us.
Everybody want to see it.
That's weird.
They want to see it.
Weird.
Don't you be seeing those guys on day 4?
I know.
They be in the stands. Some little scouts be right. I believe you. They got all of it.
No, it confirms my belief that I don't really care to watch the combine, and this is like I'll watch for certain guys.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch to see.
I'll watch for Ohio State.
That's the
players.
only reason I watch is to see what the Ohio State players do.
Well, we got to talking, but we will talk next about those Ohio State players who we think has something to prove at the combine. That's next. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. You're going to hit a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 71 on the north side at Morse Road. And traffic is a little slow on eastbound 70 downtown between the 71 West Split and Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers Union, they're more than just hard hats and tools. They're the backbone of Ohio's infrastructure, constructing vital projects that shape your communities. Their skilled laborers pave the way for smoother commutes, ensuring safe and efficient travel on Ohio roads and highways. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Visit The Waterworks online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Celebrate Black History Month with Ohio State women's basketball. On February the 26th at 7 p.m., the Buckeyes face Michigan State. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
Meet the new Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery. Scratch off greenhouses to reveal winning numbers for a chance at over $113 million in total cash prizes. That's a spectacular amount of winnings. 5 games from $1 to 20. Multipliers from 5 to 100 times. Chance bonuses and top prizes up to $1 million. When you play the Monopoly Bonus Spectacular Scratch-Offs, what you find under a greenhouse could change everything. Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, people are officially going crazy over our sleek, black-framed windows. They change the entire look of a home.
Leslie, nobody believes that just black frames can change the look of a home.
It's like when Superman put on his black-framed glasses and became Clark Kent.
Wait a second. Clark Kent is Superman? Are you messing with me right now?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
It's our President's Day sales event all month long.
This event is big. You choose your rate. 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, and up to a full 60 months on so many new Lindsay Hondas. And no trade-in required. This deal works with 0 down. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines. Both only $299 a month. That's $299 a month. Visit LindsayHonda.com because this February is the time to
keep more presidents in your wallet with Lindsay Honda.
See LindsayHonda.com for details.
The Reds are on the radio.
Long fly ball, deep left center field, way back. It is gone. This could be an inside the park home run. L.A. De La Cruz is on. He leaps and he caught it. 20 home runs on the year for Spencer Steer.
What will Terry Francona's 2025 Reds look like? Find out for yourself. Cactus League play is underway. Hear all the action on your home of the Reds.
Beds are us, when dreams don't get in. Beds are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Beds are us, when dreams don't get in. Beds are
Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
Imagine all the things you dream of under one roof. You're thinking of eBay. Fashion, collectibles, car parts, it's all there. Go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay, things people love.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, a bit breezy out there, but dry on Monday. Temperatures just above 50 degrees, down to the mid-30s overnight with scattered rain showers moving in. Scattered showers out early on Tuesday. Much of the day dry, mostly cloudy with light winds and still mild with highs in the low 50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
Tyvis Powell in today. Don't forget, we have got the Buckeye Roundtable coming up at 6 o'clock. Or just Buckeye Roundtable. I think that's what we call it.
Yes.
Timmy Hall will be hosting that. Panama Ted is here. I'm T-Bone. Common Man will be back tomorrow. All right. Buckeyes at the Combine. I have been saying all along, Tyvis, I don't know how you feel about this guy, but I feel like Will Howard, I don't expect him to go top 10 or anything like that. I don't expect the Browns to use a pick on him. But I see a scenario much like, and I'm probably going to say this now and realize that I'm wrong because I don't know exactly. I can't remember where Michael Penix Jr. went last year, but
he was the 5th quarterback taken.
Okay, right. I feel like that's the type of thing Will Howard could find himself in if he has a good combine, where he is a guy who I think the tape will show you plenty that you need to see about how good this dude is.
Yeah.
I think he will be impressive in meetings. And if the numbers are good from whatever they want him to do at the combine, if he's accurate, which he has been when he's playing in live action, I think he's a guy who could probably move up the draft board a little bit and maybe become like a 2nd or 3rd round guy to maybe even something higher than that. For a team that says we've got an established quarterback or we've got a guy that we're going to bring in who's a veteran, but we want this guy to be here for the next year or two to eventually take that role.
Yeah, I mean, look, coming into this season, college football season, I had Will pegged at like 5th or 6th round, maybe, something like that. And throughout the beginning of the season, I was like, yeah, 5th or 6th round, you know. And then I would say midway through the season, after the Oregon game and beyond is when I'll say. I won't take the team up north game because I feel like he was hurt in that game. We'll never know, but I feel like he was.
I kind of agree with you.
But after that Oregon game, it's like when things clicked for him, where he saw things more clear. He was clicking on all cylinders, hitting his guys. And the biggest knock on him was the deep ball. He's doing everything right, but his deep ball receivers still got to slow down. They got to come back to it, to where you see him in that last 4 games. It was in stride every time. I mean, he threw some dimes in there. So I think what an NFL team will look at Will and say, the biggest question mark they have on Will is it Will or is it the receivers? Was it Will or was those receivers? Because Emeka's a 1st-round pick. Jeremiah Smith will probably be the first receiver off the board whenever he's eligible. Was it them or was it him? And then they will go back and say, well, let's go look at his Kansas State tape. and they'll say, why wasn't the numbers the same?
And
it's a difference, a huge difference.
That is fair. But I also feel like you're right that they would say that. And I also feel like it would be wrong of them to say that in part because that's called improving. Like, it would be weird to look at some guy's rookie year in the NFL and then 5 years later when he's an all-pro and say, yeah, but as a rookie, he really sucked compared to now. It's like, I know what you're saying because there's an investment and all that, but it's like, yes, the receiver talent, Ohio State's roster's second to none.
It's not fair to him, but I'm just,
you're right.
I'm taking my Ohio State biases and throwing it to the side. I'm being analyst Tyvis. Let's say I'm the analyst, I'm the scout for the Cleveland Browns. The question that I would ask is, was it Will or was it the receiver?
And I think it's fair.
With this, in Kansas State, he didn't put these numbers up. But he was able to do that with Ohio State, and there's no denying the fact that he had a ton of talent. How do I know that they're going to do this? Because what happened, that's the same thing that happened to me. When I came out, it's not that Tyvis was the defensive MVP, he made these big plays. No, they said the reason Tyvis was good is because he had great players around him. So if you take those great players away from him, is Tyvis still that good? That's the question. Right. And nobody could answer that question.
No, that's
which was fair, and I can't be mad. You got Joey Bosa, Darren Lee, Eli Apple, Von Bell. Yeah, you got all these great players. So is Tyvis just a product because they're good, so that makes him look good, or is he actually that good? Same thing they're going to ask. Well, it's not fair, but that's what they're going to ask. No. So you ask, can he benefit? Yeah, he's one of those guys that got to throw. Now, it's not fair that he has to throw to guys that he's never thrown to before, but they want to see his mechanics. They want to see his footwork. They want to see those things because there's no denying the fact that who he was at Kansas State and who he is now is two totally different guys. Heck, who he was against Akron to who he is now is two totally different guys.
He improved tremendously.
Exactly.
I felt like this year.
So what they'll say is you put this guy in a room with great coaches and he can learn. Like, he literally is taking the things he's learning. You are watching him get better week after week after week. A quarterback coach in the NFL will say, give me a chance to work with him. Now, I'm not saying he's coming out here, he's going to be our week one starter. No. But if you give me a year or two to work with this guy, he continues to keep taking these leaps and bounds over the course of the season. He can be. We know he's got great leadership. We know he has mobility. He's shown you he can hit a receiver on every level, deep, short, and intermediate. And his decision-making with the football has got way better because at the beginning of the season, he made throws where it was like, he threw an interception. You'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? To where it's like he didn't make those mistakes at the end. So he's learning from his mistakes. So I think for him, the only thing they want to see is, because you'll work with some coach, it'll be some coach down there that's coaching you up as you go. And they'll, even on pro day, they'll coach you up and say, this is what we want to see you do these things. And if he can do that and be clean, yes, somebody will pull the trigger. All it takes is one team to love you, one team. And they'll be like, you know what? That's our guy for the future. Boom. That's what happened with Michael Penix Jr. last year.
That's right.
The Falcons fell in love with him, and they had Kirk Cousins. They said, bleep Kirk Cousins. We taking Michael Penix, and look, here we are.
Oh, trust me, the thought hit me, too, that, like, the Browns have been mentioned as possibly a landing spot for Kirk Cousins. I could also see them maybe taking a Will Howard down there. Like, I'm just saying, of the millions of plans out there for Browns quarterback,
the Browns should take two quarterbacks in this draft.
Whatever
two you want to say,
I'm with you on that.
Two.
Yeah. No, because you cannot rely on just one guy because it has not worked out. Other guys for Ohio State, you mentioned Emeka Egbuka, and I feel like he has also had the problem of everyone around him.
He's been. It's ridiculous because he's so good as a wide receiver, but he's been the second best receiver on his team. Statistically, he's the second best wide receiver to ever come through Ohio State, but he's been the second best receiver on his team every year.
Yeah,
behind Marvin and behind JJ. Right. So, but it's ridiculous because he's such a really good player.
But to me, he's he's a day one guy that
he should be. He should see the first round, especially because he will test well. He's like that. He's a freak of nature, so he's going to test really well.
But I would also think he's the type of guy that when you get to training camp, they're going to say, "Oh, have you done this before? Because you look like a pro.
Yeah.
You're acting like a pro. You take your craft seriously. You know how to run these routes. Like
it's not fair to other teams, but it's absolutely something that happens in the NFL due to the fact that Ohio State has put off Chris Olave's been good when he was healthy. Garrett Wilson, JSN had a really good season. Marvin was a great pick. When you put great product out of there, people going to come back. So due to the fact that the receivers have already done well in the NFL, they're automatically going to say Emeka's going to be great because he learned from the same coach. We know what we're getting with Emeka.
Yeah. Did I hear that right? That I think Ohio State has the most players at the combine of any school.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, again, that's what happens.
They beat my year by 1. We have 14.
Yeah, see? Yeah. I don't detect any jealousy whatsoever
12
right there.
of the 14 was drafted. I hope all 15 of theirs get drafted.
Of course. Yeah, and you know what? That's what happens too, right? When you have guys that could have gone pro last year, came back for another year, coupled with all the guys that now are going pro because it's their time and everybody won a national championship. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that you're going to have that many guys. Who else do you see that could have a big week here at the combine?
I think a guy like Lathan needs to have a big one. He's a guy that's not being talked about a lot. He's improved a lot. I think the only concern with Lathan would be coverage, man-to-man coverage. In the NFL, there's no such thing as, back in the day, you could have a post safety and a box safety to where the box safety was a great tackler. Well, in the NFL today, the box safety is kind of not a thing anymore. You got to be able to cover if you're down there. And if Lathan is going to be we know he could play the post really well, but if it's some of those things where they do these motions and now you put him in man-to-man situations, can he cover? And I guess they'll find those things out with, putting him through some of those drills and stuff. So he has to show that he's got great feet, great hips. He can change direction. Those things will comfort him and he can move up. Obviously, if you run a great 40 time, he can move up as well.
Tyvis, I got to tell you, I'm just not used to having this level of expertise on the show. It is so refreshing to be able to look to someone and say, hey, do you know things about things? And they're like, yes, I do. And then they tell you things because I'm used to doing a lot of just all this all the time. And then I ask you about the combine and you're like, yeah, let me give you very knowledgeable insight for like a half an hour. We've just got your experiences. We got what Ohio State's going to do.
Another guy before, because we got 60 seconds. Yeah. Another guy that I'm looking forward to is Jack Sawyer, because the thing about Jack Sawyer is if you look at a lot of mocks, he's not mocked in the first round. A lot of people think he's going to be a second round, and it's because this class, they say it's 2 positions in this class that's loaded, edge rushers and running backs. If you need those 2, you're going to hit on one of these guys because there's so many good ones. Jack Sawyer he doesn't fit in the first round from some analysts that I've talked to because they say he's not bendy. He's not one of those guys. He's kind of stiff.
Okay.
Which, all right, that's fine. And like Abdul Carter, they say he's a freak because he's bendy. He can get around corners. He can get off of edges and things like that. So for Jack, when they run those hip drills and they do he's got to look really fluid in that. And if he does that, I think he could because his tape talks really well. But now they need to see the mobility. They need to see you in the shirt and T-shirt to see your flexibility and things like that. So those hoop drills and all those bending around the corner things, he's going to have to show that. And if he does that, he can definitely slide his name up in that first round.
I would recommend show up with a yoga mat. Be like, combine? I was just doing my daily yoga routine. I don't know if you know, I'm very bendy. I like to flex a lot. I like to do all kinds of stretches. Oh, I'll do the combine now. Sorry, afterwards, can I do my yoga? Because I really love it.
I want to make sure that y'all see my downward dog pose.
That's good. Good reference. All right. Coming back, Fatboy Food tip in 2 minutes. Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 71. And watch for a disabled vehicle that's on eastbound 161's off-ramp to Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
A system for every home and every budget at Logan AC and Heat Services. Get a free Trane furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and tax credits up to $2,600. Schedule your free estimate now. Logan Services.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers at the Shot on March the 4th. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
military veterans, and active duty service members. You could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Columbus to Fort Lauderdale, one way for as low as $44. Must be purchased by 4/24/2025 for travel between 3/13/2025 and 8/17/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
And from every dime a dog night in the Midwest, because he's fat. Here's Man and Bone.
Tyvis Palace in with me today. Timmy Hall will be coming up at 6 o'clock with Buckeye Roundtable. Tomorrow on The Fan, I got the plug sheet from Fish right here in my hand, Tyvis.
Official.
Yeah, it's official from Fish. Tomorrow morning, Anthony Schlegel will be joining Morning Juice at 6:30.
Schlegelvelli.
You know it. He'll be bringing the juice. And then Jean-Luc Grandpierre, CBJ television analyst, will be joining them at 7:17. So plan accordingly. You have on Rothman and Ice, Spencer Holbrook from Letterman Row at 2:30. Tomorrow on Man and Bone. Who the F knows? We'll find out together.
It's not name dropping with
No,
Rimmer?
that's Wednesday. Okay. Tuesday is rapid fire, game show, inside the NFL, all that stuff tomorrow.
I love hearing Wild Card Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't have my soundbite. I can't do it. Yeah, that's right. You're doing it yourself, which is far better than me playing it. I do have time. There we go.
There it is.
Are you ready to do a little Fatboy food tip?
Yes, for the skinny people, though.
Do you want to say it, or do you want me to say it?
Fatboy food tip.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fatboy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
Teddy, isn't it easy to just not talk over the sponsor at the intro of our segment that we do every effing day?
Yeah, first time you did it, and it was perfect.
Incredible.
How about that?
Works. It's amazing. Someone didn't just true pro. Just screaming and yelling over it. It's so much easier to just let it play and then start talking. So I've got a few things for you. Are you familiar with the Freddy's chain of hamburger and custard stands? Are you aware of this place, Freddy's?
No.
Okay, they just opened a few of them in Columbus.
Okay.
You know of Culver's?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I might go there tonight.
It is a competitor to Culver's.
Okay.
They have a location in Grove City. They have a location in Hilliard.
That's.
I know it's not around where you are, but for those who are, they have a deal today. Apparently, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers has quite the promotion today. They are officially declaring today National Steak Burger Day, and they're offering their Freddy's Rewards members an in-app offer of a $1 Freddy's Original Double. The Original Double comes with 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese, mustard, onion slices, and pickle planks. I get all that stuff off there other than cheese. But I just get it plain with cheese.
No onions, but I eat the rest.
Okay.
Then throw some ketchup on there.
If you want them to, I'm sure they will. They also sprinkle on their famous fry seasoning. And this is one of the things I love about some restaurants. They have like their own signature blend of seasoning they put on the fries. They put that on the burger. They put it on everything. You can get that at the store and just take it home with you, which I also approve of. It's very nice.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the deal they've got going on today. Also, Teddy sent me this, and I'm so thrilled about it. I know you don't do the Arby's 5 for $5 that used to exist.
Gosh, what's wrong with you? Every time I think about that, it makes my stomach hurt.
I know. Well, they don't. Good news. They don't do it anymore.
So I thought it was a 1-year thing. Once a year.
It was. I think it was one time you could do it.
So
that was it.
So it's not happening this year.
I don't think so. Maybe they'll bring it back. I hope they do.
I hope they don't.
But they announced something today that Arby's fans have been wanting for a long time. They used to have a thing called potato cakes.
Okay.
Did you ever have these?
No.
They were like a thicker hash brown, I would say.
Okay.
It's like a triangle wedge of a potato cake, right? But it's thicker.
Okay.
Fried, deep fried, golden brown. Beautiful. They got rid of this off the menu for some reason a while ago. I don't know why. They just stopped selling it. And it was delicious. Well, today they have announced that it's back, and they say it is back forever.
Okay.
Not a limited time. And I think, Teddy, what was the deal? Was it like if you buy a sandwich, you got one for free, or if you buy one of these potato cakes, you got a sandwich for free, something like that. So
yeah, it's you get a free sandwich, free with a. Potato cakes are back. Celebrate with a free sandwich, so it's free with a purchase of a sandwich.
Okay, there you go. So now, if you've never had one, you should go try it.
Well, if things is coming back, then McDonald's need to bring the snack wrap back.
Well, supposedly that's in the works, is the belief. Because
it took them like it's been like 8 years.
I know they are working on this because the thought is they are bringing back chicken tenders, the chicken fingers, the longer
chicken selects.
Yes, so they're bringing those back. Well, that's what you need to do the snack wrap because you need one of those wrapped up in a tortilla with lettuce and cheese and honey mustard, whatever you're going to put in it.
Best thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why they took that off the menu.
Hopefully they will bring it back and keep it there. Now I have a couple other things for you. Wendy's, their Frosty. We know that if you haven't heard about this, I went and tried one on Friday. They have the Girl Scout Thin Mints sauce. So it's ground up Thin Mints in a chocolate sauce that is then, put all over the Frosty, mixed in there. It's good. I would like more, like just big chunks of cookie is what I would like a Blizzard, right? I would like just more of that, or a McFlurry. Well, apparently the rumors are flying that they will eventually, Wendy's is reportedly making major changes to its iconic Frosty over the coming months. One of them is they will be doing more mix-ins where they will actually offer that as an option. They have done flavors like the orange dreamsicle, the pumpkin spice, the salted caramel, but now they're going to work on potentially adding in like candy pieces or cookie pieces at Wendy's with the Frosties.
Okay.
Now they're talking about adding those in, which if they do that, it'll be a game changer. I will be very excited about
They going to put cookie pieces inside the Frosty?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
I would be ready for that.
I mean, you could go get a McFlurry or a Blizzard for that, but still, Wendy's doing that might be really good.
The Frosty is
It could take away from it, though.
Well, you know what? You should try. Do you like Thin Mints?
No, I'm not a big Thin Mint guy.
All right, because they have that now at Wendy's.
Me and my wife argue over that. I'm more of a Samoa guy.
Oh, Samoas are great.
Yeah.
What's her favorite?
Thin Mints.
Oh, okay. No love for tagalongs in your household.
The red box?
Yeah, with the peanut butter and chocolate.
Yes, that's the second best box.
That's what we can all agree on. I agree with you on that. The last thing I'll tell you, Fatboy Food tip, is Taco Bell. They had been talking about this, but now they officially have launched it. A frosting-filled surprise called their birthday churro. So it is $2.99. It is from the dessert maker's Milk Bar, apparently, is who has made this thing. Birthday cake churro is a sprinkle dusted treat with a gooey core of vanilla frosting. And I've had this thing. It has like a bunch of pink and blue and white sprinkles all over it.
Okay.
But if you ever had a deep fried churro with like cream filling in it, that's what this is. It's delicious.
Didn't you bring in some churros, or your wife bought you some churros?
Those were the churro fries at Burger King. See, Tyvis, there's levels to this game, okay? There's so many different things here. But yeah, I'm trying to find every good dessert option that they have at these places. If you can't tell, I have a bit of a sweet tooth. But yeah, that Taco Bell one, I got that in the app the other day. It was very good.
Oh, it's still there.
Last I checked, it was. So it's only $3. It's worth it. It's worth checking out.
Do you think I could get it you know how for the breakfast I like to get the AM trap? You think they give me a churro at that time?
They might. I would think if they're serving breakfast, the Taco Bells that are open, when they're serving breakfast, they're serving everything. which I approve of because I've gone there before and said, "Can I get like?"
Go, you know what the interesting thing is? I got to go somewhere tomorrow for breakfast, so maybe that'll make that my plan.
I was so happy the day you came in and told me that you had tried the breakfast crunch wrap.
It's the greatest thing in the world.
And you came back and genuinely said, "I don't know how I missed this, but it is awesome." And I said, "Good. This is that thing is one of the greatest creations ever."
Yeah.
The one that has the you get the bacon one.
Yeah, I like them all.
They're
I
all
enjoy
good.
every last one of them. But if I had to choose one, I think the bacon one stood out to me the most.
But that's right, because you had tried some of their other breakfast offerings, and you were kind of like,
I did
they're all right.
The turkey or the sausage one is fine. That's my second favorite. The steak one was just like,
But you hadn't tried the crunch wrap. You tried like some of their other breakfast offerings.
Yes.
And you said, their breakfast sucks. And I said, you got to go try the crunch wrap. And then you came back and said, yes.
Yeah, that's it right there. If you haven't done that, you are doing. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's right. And if you're listening to this segment, you're like, I'm not hungry, then I don't know how you've listened to our show because I'm glad I only have 15 minutes, 20 minutes left because I'm going to have to go get something. I'm probably going to get a potato cake from Arby's. That's probably what I'm going to do.
You got to purchase a sandwich first to get it for free.
Don't worry. I will. You didn't even have to say that. Don't worry. I'm already locked and loaded on that, Tyvis. Back page coming up next. It's Man and Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 70 on the east side after Alum Creek Drive. And traffic is moving a little slow on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week, Cody Slater. Laborers Local 809 Steubenville. Cody is a first-year apprentice with B&B Wrecking. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Bone, did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus has over 30 TVs, 2 massive video walls? They even have recliners, a full-service bar and restaurant, a betting counter, and over 30 kiosks?
I did know that, but I also know that you can reserve a table right now at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook and guarantee your spot and get some game day swag while you do it. Just visit HollywoodColumbus.com/casino/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game.
Yes! Let's go!
That's you taking another sip of your... Do the do.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Back in the studio with a return visit from Todd Schmelt. Todd, the last time you were with us, you claimed to be
the dumbest person in Columbus.
You're being really hard on yourself.
Not in the least. You know what I got?
I hate to ask.
One of them thermostats with the dial and the needle. Woo, woo, woo.
Maybe that's not modern, but not...
What am I? Eli Whitney, Elias Howe, Johann Gertis?
I don't know who those people are.
Those are old-timey people from the 19th century, and that's me. Outdated, like my silly old thermostat.
Okay, look, you're not the dumbest guy in Columbus. You just haven't called Apex Pros.
The pros who knows?
Those guys. Whether it's the latest technology, fixing your furnace, or a brand new system, they know all the stuff so you don't have to.
I don't have to know it all?
Nah, you just have to know the pros who knows.
Apex Pros. I'm not the dumbest guy in Columbus.
I didn't even know who Johann Gertis was.
Inventor of the gas-powered unicycle. Look it up, doy.
Okay, you don't have to be me.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Celebrate Black History Month with Ohio State women's basketball. On February the 26th at 7 p.m., the Buckeyes face Michigan State. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at OhioStateBuckeyes.com.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
New treatments for joint pain are here. By now, you've heard about regenerative medicine. If you're wondering if you're a good candidate, answer these questions. First, does chronic pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or other joints keep you from doing the things you enjoy? Golfing, jogging, time with the family. Does it hurt doing the things you need to do, like getting out of bed, sleeping, working, and walking? And finally, do you want to avoid surgery and all of the pain, long recovery, and uncertainty that comes with it? If you answered yes to any of those, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Learn about exciting advancements in regenerative treatments that can give you long-lasting pain relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Get your free consultation today. Call QC Kinetics. That's QC Kinetics. Here's the phone number.
Call now, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Final segment of the program.
Buckeye Buckeye Roundtable coming up at the top of the hour with the fine host of Buckeye Roundtable, your friend and mine, Timmy Hall.
Oh, you guys, you couldn't get through 2 words without screwing it up.
I'm so used to show that is, you know.
You know, I never mess that up.
Good for you, Buckeye Roundtable.
But I will
tonight.
Oh, well, now you jinxed it.
Now that we've said it.
Welcome in, Timmy.
Hey,
good
Bone.
to see you.
Good to see you.
Nice of you to let Tyvis host a show with me every once in a while. I appreciate that. You're usually just Heismaning him right out of the picture.
Yep.
Stiff arm right out of there.
Because Tim,
my man and Bone.
Tim realizes that if he does man and bone, he will get home at a decent time for dinner.
You know what? That's fair though. It is a good time slot. 3 to 6. It's nice. You come in.
Of course, it's a good time slot.
You come
afternoon drive.
No, but I'm saying
what more could you want?
I'm saying if you go in like the other time slot that radio hosts want to do, often
9 to 12 is the one.
No, but radio hosts are told like you got to either morning drive or afternoon drive. Morning drive means getting up at 3 in the morning and getting in and doing all this stuff.
Do the sharp.
And then you've got afternoon drive where it's like we can roll in here at like 11, get out by 6. That's a really nice day.
It's nice. What Tyvis just said, though, take, prominence out of it, anything. If it was just for your lifestyle.
9 to noon is...
You'd be a 9 to noon.
Perfect.
9 to noon.
Bishop's got it made.
He's got
made
the perfect shift. Now, I wouldn't add on 2 hours talking about the Browns after that. That's what he does.
Right, yeah.
But,
why would I want to do that? No, I'm done.
Yeah,
Dan's done.
Hey.
No, I'm saying, good for him.
You're not crazy?
It's not about the Browns, Tyvis. It's about anything.
2 hours of... I'm saying he's doing 5 hours of radio. That's a lot of radio.
Yeah, straight, too.
Yeah, he goes
it's
right.
an hour break.
He get out. He's driving to the facility.
Well, you're right.
So
But he's doing the first show from his house, okay?
Yeah. But how?
So that's the one
you still got to be locked in, though.
Yes, you do. You do.
I'm just saying, 9 to noon, excellent time.
Oh, yeah, because you can sleep in a little bit.
Yeah,
when
but
you
10 to noon, better.
10 to noon is even better. It's only 2 hours.
6 to 9 ain't bad either. 6 to 9, it's the getting
early.
Up. Once you get off, oh, man.
Although I will say, like, noon to 3, Rothman and Ice, when they're on.
See, that's lunchtime, though. See, they be here eating and whatnot.
You could eat at 11 if they
11.
That's
Really
that's an early lunch.
It's not that early.
Who eats a lunch at 11 o'clock?
Lots of people eat by 11:30.
Yeah. Like, I think half the kids in school are all eating at like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
And if your job gobbles you up from noon to 3, some would say maybe you would eat earlier.
Well, why?
But they enjoy eating during the show, so to each their own.
He eats.
They must enjoy it.
Eggs, broccoli, cashew. No.
And Anthony does a microwave meal literally every show.
Day. Yeah, he does.
And he heats it up and then has a segment, and then comes back after the segment to pick up the meal.
You know what I saw today? And maybe they do this more often. They shared the microwave today.
Who, them two?
Yeah, Rothman and
They
Ice
both put their stuff in the microwave at the same time?
Maddie's stuff only needs to be heated up for like 30 seconds, and Rothman's needed to go for like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So they put it in at the same time, stopped it after 30 seconds. Maddie takes it out. Rothman continues. I mean,
that's why they're the number one show.
That's true partnership. That's right.
Yeah.
It works. It's great. That's how you have to do it.
That's the camaraderie. And that's the chemistry that gets you to number one.
If Common Man had something in the microwave, and then I said, "Can I just slide my thing in there too?"
No.
He would burn the microwave and then never eat that meal again. He would be like, "I'm not gonna. I can't have."
AR ain't like that. He's friendly.
I know. AR's. That's right. He and Maddie are sharing. Like they're sharing the space.
So would you have taken a gummy bear from a hanger bag that I had already opened if I offered you some?
I would.
Not knowing, yay or nay, did I reach my hands into that bag?
Timmy, for
Would
sure.
I eat? Yeah.
I would. But yes, Common Man has a thing. He does not like to eat anything where a hand may have already been in the bag, whether he knows that or not.
Because it's been, it's been touched.
Yeah.
It's been tainted.
Me,
I'm messed around with fingers.
I'm willing to roll the dice, Timmy. That's what I'm saying.
He's a germaphobe.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Very much so.
I've actually changed my habits. If I have like bags of stuff here at work where I know other people are and where I might offer, I am now a pour guy. So
Yeah.
I don't reach into the bag. I pour the contents into my hand. So then if someone else does one, now he's still not going to take one because
he got to watch you open the bag.
Probably would have to see it all and know for sure and be able to confirm.
You don't trust.
But I guess that's living on the edge, right?
What I do
like
is,
you said, I like to live dangerously.
I lick my fingers, put them in the bag, rifle through them, take no chips, and then get one of those heat sealers to reseal the bag, and then put it on his desk and say, "Here you go, I got your fresh bag."
Nice.
And he never knows. It's great.
Nice.
What's coming up on Buckeye Roundtable?
Well, we got a lot of good things. I heard you guys talking about the combine, so it's a big week. I love some of the stories from Tyvis.
Oh, thank you.
Before you get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
When is that? Thursday?
The
It
last
actually
day.
gets on TV.
Yep, fourth day.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. 15 Buckeyes going. The countdown is still on for spring practice. Bill Landis of the Kings of the North podcast will be on at 6:35 to talk some spring football topics. The National Championship Rewind takes us close to the end of the regular season now, as we'll hit another couple of games, the Purdue game and then one of the more unique road games that Ohio State football has had in a long time. And I really like the feel-good moment that was had in one of those Buckeye victories that we'll go over. And we'll talk some Buckeye recruiting in hour 2 as well. And obviously, the men's basketball team. That's the lead. What's going on with this team right now? What can they do to possibly get it back and get to the tourney?
There you go. Buckeye Roundtable 6 to 8. It is coming up next right here on The Fan. It's time for Back Page. Let's do it.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Guys, I saw this story. Saturday Night Live, last week, they had their 50th anniversary of SNL. So on that show, they had tons of people came in for this, right? Tons of people who used to be on the show, famous musicians, celebrities, all kinds of people, right? Well, on that show, Colin Jost, who does Weekend Updates, said experts in health are facing increased pressure this winter in the face of outbreaks of COVID, the flu, RSV, and norovirus, which they're calling a quademic. He said, so we did the smart thing here at SNL and packed every beloved entertainer over 60 into one tiny space. It was a nice joke.
Right, yeah, it was a good joke.
It now turns out that Martin Short contracted COVID.
Sick. Yeah.
He and Maya Rudolph both confirmed they got COVID while they were there. And apparently, Maya Rudolph, there's a photo of them kissing backstage that Martin Short's longtime friend Steve Martin posted and said, well, now we know how all this happened.
Right.
They had to cancel some shows, Steve Martin and Marty Short, because of that. But,
no.
They will be, I'm sure,
That'd be a
back
great
at it
show.
after. Oh, yeah, they toured the country doing all that stuff. So, yeah, be careful out there. You know, it's going around.
COVID is still out there.
All of it.
Yeah, Tyvis, it is.
It's all there. You know
Thought it was gone?
I did.
You should ask Aaron Rodgers.
I thought we was immune to it.
Aaron Rodgers has some really tremendous theories on it. You should look him up. See what he has to say.
Good reading.
That's it for us, Back Page. We'll see you tomorrow on Man and Bone. It's Buckeye Roundtable next here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to run into some slowdown due to an accident if you're traveling on Sawmill Road near Hard Road. And we've got a couple-minute delay on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to Town Street. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
It's our President's Day sales event all month long.
This event is big. You choose your rate. 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, and up to a full 60 months on so many new Lindsay Hondas. And no trade-in required. This deal works with 0 down. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines. Both only $299 a month. That's $299 a month. Visit lindsayhonda.com because this February is the time to
keep more presidents in your wallet with Lindsay Honda.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Meet the new Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery. Scratch off greenhouses to reveal winning numbers for a chance at over $113 million in total cash prizes. That's a spectacular amount of winnings. 5 games from $1 to 20. Multipliers from 5 to 100 times. Chance bonuses and top prizes up to $1 million. When you play the Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs, what you find under a greenhouse could change everything. Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Are you feeling tired, slower, or achier than you used to? You might think it's just age, but it could be low testosterone. At Columbus Men's Clinic, they've helped thousands of men who didn't realize their symptoms were caused by declining testosterone levels, a problem that's becoming a new norm in American men. Columbus Men's Clinic refuses to accept this new normal. They're committed to restoring testosterone to healthy levels so you can feel like yourself again, whether at home, in the gym, at work, or in the bedroom. For years, their medical provider has delivered testosterone therapy tailored to each man's needs. No one-size-fits-all solutions, just real science-backed results delivered by discreet local experts. Imagine more energy, sharper focus, and newfound confidence. A same-day testosterone check and consultation is just $99. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com today. Your prime years aren't over. They're just waiting to be unleashed. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Get ECO.
ECO.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Jerry.
You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get ECO.
ECO.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 or free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get ECO.
ECO.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get ECO.
ECO.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get ECO.
ECO.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations.